All right, what is up? Welcome to Spoiler Kings. My name is St. Corey. I'm our brand man Brandon, and we got a couple guests with us. We got Zach Attacks from Zach Attacks Reviews and Sergio from the House of Nerd Show. What is up, guys?
Sergio.
Hey man, hey guys.
How you guys doing?
Good. Yeah. So no Brian today because Brian is finally back home. He's out of that insane heat in Florida. So he's out with the family, and it's also his anniversary with his wife. So congrats on the anniversary, Brian and Ashley.
Congrats.
Hope you guys had a good night.
Beautiful family.
Yeah, they are. His girls are awesome.
Yeah,
too.
That's great.
Yeah. So cool. We said we got Sergio out here, Vampire Slayer.
Hey, listen, folks. Tank asked me to hop on, and anytime the Spoiler Kings invite, I got to try to make it happen. So I told them I'm on the road. I'm live streaming from the car right now. Apologies for the terrible lighting. I'm trying to do the Blade kind of vibe going on. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they needed you in the movie I saw today. They needed a Vampire Slayer.
Yeah. The Dracula movie.
Yeah.
Well, since I guess you guys, Sergio, you want to do a quick shout out to your for your channel, so where they can find you guys at?
Yeah, man. Thank you so much. Yes. I'm the host of the House of Nerd Show, comic book and nerd culture YouTube channel. We go live every Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern. Just try to have fun talking about comic books, things and such. Hanging out with dope creators. We had Chip Zdarsky on a couple weeks ago. That was a whole lot of fun. That's up on the channel. I invite you to check that out. But yeah, man, we just try to have fun with the community and all that stuff. Spoiler Kings, you guys have been on a couple times, right, man? Right, so
yeah. I know while you were gone taking care of your business, we were invited in, so that was a lot of fun. And then hopefully we can come on this weekend. We'll see, but that's the plan. Hopefully
we can get you guys on, man.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah. So
thanks for having me on, bud.
Yeah, no, thanks for jumping in. So check out House of Nerd Show. Then we got Zach Attacks back again. You want to do a quick shout out?
Yeah, man, Zach Attack Reviews. I do very casual but fun reviews, reactions, ranking lists. I'm a baby cinephile, so I'm learning film. I'm watching really old school stuff. I have Reservoir Dogs review coming soon, and Inglourious Bastards as well, because no one could decide on which one they wanted me to watch the most. So I'm doing both of them for the first time ever. It's history on the channel.
Oh, man.
Tarantino kick, huh?
Yeah, did a bunch of Tarantino movies I never saw before, and those two movies just couldn't. It was just every time I did a poll, it was like 50-50. I was like, okay, I'll watch both.
Speaking of Tarantino,
great.
Does anyone speaking of Tarantino get the notion that he was probably like sitting in the back of Barbie, like wearing a trench coat and a fedora, sunglasses?
1000%. I think there's a picture of him out there like that.
That's funny. That's funny.
He definitely was looking for the feet.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. So go check out Zach. Zach, you are absolutely crushing it on your channel right now, man. Your live shows are great. All your videos are great. Your reviews, everything, man. So I'm super excited. Yeah. Oh, dude, you're right there. So, yeah. Let's get Zach to 600. And Sergio, I know you guys just hit 700. You're a little bit past that. So congrats on that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. 700 subs, and we got our eyes on 1,000, man. Hopefully, sooner rather than
trying to be like the Spoiler Kings,
Yeah, I wish, man. Right now, YouTube is like, nah, we don't like you because we ain't getting any damn views on our stuff. I was like, really? Yeah, YouTube liked us for a little while, and then they're like, yeah, maybe later.
I feel like it comes in waves because every YouTuber has been complaining about that. Like, if you just get a bunch and then it just stops.
Yeah. We were between 500 and 800. We went through those numbers super quick. And then from 800 to 900, those subs took a longer time, and then now like our views are just this. I'm like, damn. So I'm like, so we're trying to figure out what we can change up, and you know, you like YouTube likes to keep it fresh. You just can't keep the same thing on repeat unless you're like a big kind of YouTuber. So
Yeah.
but, you know, at the end of the day, man, we just kind of come in and me and Brian argue for like 20 minutes about Ninja Turtles. So
That's what it's about, man. That's all it's about, man.
Also, I think Barbenheimer is like taking out everything. So if you're not really talking about that anymore,
yeah,
it's everything is just overshadowed by it.
yeah. Oh, there we go. So we got see it for yourself. What is up? Yo, Chips Nadarsky is a goat. Yeah. So definitely go check out House of Nerd Show down there. You guys had him on a few times though, right?
Yeah, you know, we count ourselves fortunate. This was the second time Chip Zdarsky hung out with us on the channel, man. So yeah, man, see for yourself, man. Definitely, if you're a fan of Zdarsky's, I recommend you check out the interview. The guy's hilarious, man. Humble. It's always a trip to have him on, and we're working on a couple other big name creators coming up. I don't want to put the cart before the horse, but yeah, some exciting stuff we're working on right now. So
nice.
looking forward to that, man. Yeah.
Nice. I know Brian blames you guys for his addiction, his relearned addiction for comics and stuff. So
It's dangerous, slippery slope, man. You know, comic collecting.
it is. Hey, we'll go through some of these comments real quick. We got a bunch of people hanging out with us. We got Preston. What is up, Preston? If you guys watch Shawshank Redemption, because I watched it Tuesday, and now it's my 16th favorite film of all time. It is
a great movie.
Yeah, a classic.
Just a cheap plug for Preston. He's going to be on my channel soon. We're doing a Movies That Made Us interview. So it's gonna be fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully now I can jump on because I know you invited me and I had to cancel like 3 times. So hopefully things are more normal for me. Yeah, but those are always a fun time to watch, like you and these other creators. But
yeah, I think as far as Shawshank Redemption goes, when life finally turned like kind of went back to normal early last year, I felt like Andy Dufresne just kind of climbing out of the
sewer
pipe.
or pipe,
sewage pipe, just
standing out there. Still had a mask on though. But yeah, Shawshank is a classic, man. Shawshank is great.
Great movie.
Great. Yeah,
one of those classics that I gotta watch. Never seen it before.
Oh yeah, you never seen him?
No.
It is.
Wow,
yeah.
It's an all-timer. All-timer. Yeah. It's tough to watch.
See. I've had some controversial opinions on all-timers.
Yeah. Okay.
This one doesn't hit the nostalgia feeling like some of the other ones that you might have did. This one hits more of like actual feelings because you're like, damn, you know, like.
Okay.
But you know, it's more of a classic and not a nostalgia kind of classic.
Gotcha.
You know, but yeah. If you're a film fan, then you might like it. It's not just like the other stuff. Some hot takes kind of. So my 20th favorite movie is Dark Knight Rises. Okay, Deadpool 1 is 15. Deadpool 2 is 13. Pixels is my 7, and We're the Millers is my 18th. Pixels?
It's a pretty eclectic
it's all over
variety.
Yeah.
Cool.
I was gonna say, and I love how he's very like Preston's not playing around. He's got his top 20, like he's got them all numbered and everything, and that's great. I'd be hard pressed to give you like a list off the top of my head, man. I
couldn't.
Yeah. I know last stream, Preston said he was making his top 200 movies.
Wow.
So he was making his whole list. So I'm like, that's awesome. That's something I kind of want to do, but you tend to forget about movies, you know? Like,
so I love Letterboxd.
Yeah. I got to put Talk to Me on Letterboxd, I think. I haven't done that yet. But
I know my number 1, but other than that, I don't know what else. I can't give you a top 10 off the top of my head.
Yeah, I change mine all the time. I look at it, I'm like, I'm gonna move Barbie here and move this there, like all the time. So, what's up? Hey, look at that. We got love that intro. Yeah, man, I like that intro too. We finally got Brandon in it after some months of him not being in it.
Oh yeah, that did take a while. I forgot all about that.
I'm like, I'm gonna do it, and I just didn't get a chance to do it. So finally, he's in it.
It's okay, I'm a patient dude.
Yeah, thank God. Yeah, I know. So real quick before we get into that, so Monday we reviewed Ninja Turtles, the Mutant Mayhem. I think we all liked it. All three of us enjoyed it. We all gave it a now, and we had fun with the movie. And then me and Brian were arguing about like just the feel of the Turtles ages in this one compared to like the 90s live action one. And yeah, it was just a stupid thing. And it legit lasted about 20 minutes. And as I was editing it, I looked at Brandon, and Brandon was like, after like 3 minutes, you were just like sitting there. And I felt so bad because he's like so over it. I was like, dude, that's why I was like, I gotta tell you, was like, you gotta stop me and Brian, because me and Brian will argue for like hours.
I think I was like kind of I liked the what they were going for with making them like legit like teenagers or like early teenagers. I think my big gripe, I think I mentioned this, like Mikey and Donnie, the voice actors, should have swapped places. And I think that's where I left it at. And I just let you guys go at it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and it was like we had just started talking about like our likes, and then we got into that, and it was like, oh man, I'm still debating whether I should cut it out and then make that section into its whole video, because
that would probably be pretty funny.
It was pretty funny in hindsight.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm like, I gotta tell Brandon, I'm like, you need to come in here and like stop us, because yeah, we get on like Batman not being a real superhero and just silly things. Me and Brian. So
I feel like he's about to hop on the stream just now, right now, because you said that.
I know he probably is too.
What?
Hey, there you go. Look at that. See for yourself. Just subscribe to the House of Nerd Show. Nice. There you go. One more closer to that 1,000.
Hey, thank you so much. See you for yourself. That's very much appreciated. Yeah, man. Hope you enjoy the content. Hope to see you in the live chats. Yeah.
I just realized I'm not subbed to you either, so you just got another one.
Hey, thank you so much, Zach.
There you go. You guys are also like UL, and then now you got Mark Willen on the channel. Like the three of you are like great. L is so she's awesome. She is super funny, but she knows her stuff too. Yeah, you guys make a great trio.
Hey, thank you so much. Yeah, man. We have a lot of fun. We don't take ourselves too seriously. We just try to shenanigans, as we call it, right?
Yeah. You guys. Super fun time to go watch them for sure. I recommend Spider-Man Life Story. Is that a movie?
Spider-Man Life Story by Zdarsky is good. Yeah, man.
Okay. I was thinking a movie. Yeah, comic.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that dropped, I want to say last year or maybe late 2021, something like that. But yeah, good stuff. Yeah.
There you go.
I wanted to just quickly on Brandon's point on the TMNT voice actors. I haven't seen it yet myself, but I think that's so key with the Turtles, because the voice, especially on an animated film, brings out the personality, right? So much. So I'm curious to see what he means. Now I'm gonna pay mind to that and see like, oh, okay, how are the voices acting up to the personalities as we know them? For the
film? And like none of the voice acting was bad, like at all. I thought the voice acting was great overall. I just think maybe like Mikey, like usually like traditionally being the baby of the group. The kid who voiced Donatello sounded like he was about 10.
I think he was 13. Like he was actually like 13. Like he was the youngest by far. Yeah.
And then the kid who voiced Michelangelo, I don't know, for a character like Mikey, he just sounded a little too monotone for me.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Didn't necessarily do a bad job, just kind of the wrong choice for that character, I thought.
Yeah.
And I'm biased on Donatello because that's that's my favorite turtle. So I have a very specific kind of vision of what he should sound like, and he just sounded like he hadn't hit puberty yet.
I don't think any of them did.
No.
They're all like 13, 14, 15.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they're all supposed to be like 15, but that's like in every story they're supposed to be 15. So
yeah. I think, but probably on the rewatch it'll grow on me more. Like I said in the past, I'm used to them sounding like 30-year-olds. So
yeah, Corey Feldman. That's always the voice of like Turtles whenever I think of it. It's like that. Who always, even when he was young, he always sounded like a 30-year-old.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I know Zacatech, you were on Luke Ponto's, and Luke is obsessed with that movie. I think he saw 3-4 times already.
He saw it 3 times today. Yeah. Today was his 3rd round.
Yeah.
It's his number 1 movie of the year.
Wow.
Oh.
Dang.
But I really liked it. I really, really loved it overall.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. I don't know if my number 1, because Spider-Verse is...
Right now, it's my number 17.
Okay.
On the year?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
How many
Out
are
of
you?
62. I saw 62 movies this year.
Nice.
Wow.
So that's pretty high.
Yeah.
That's super high. I think mine is around there. I think mine's like 14 or 15, and I'm out of 42, 43 movies. So there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, Brian, this is at 15.
Yeah, you talk about Batman and he shows up.
I know. It's like heard his ears ringing. What else we got? That Batman slander strong. Don't get it started. Don't get it started.
Because it will go on for a while.
I mean, I'm not even gonna start because I know Brian will log in and start talking about it, and we don't want that. Like, spend time with your family, man. You don't need to come on here and yell about Batman. There you go. But yeah, maybe Monday, because Monday we're doing our giveaways. So shout out to anybody watching right now. Monday we're doing our 1,000 subscriber giveaway. We're doing 3 packages of giveaways, which would be super cool. So for 2 of them, you have to be live. The only way you can win is to be live, and you have to be in chat with us. And then the 3rd one goes to one of the commenters that's like left a comment on the video. Video's on our page, so if you want to go and enter to win, go check it out. It's some cool stuff. I don't have any of it near me right now, but yeah, bunch of movies, comics. Brian got like a graded like King versus Immortus comic, which is awesome.
So cool.
Yeah. So that's gonna be good. Some bunch of Funkos we're giving away.
Hey, I'm gonna enter.
Yeah, heck yeah, man.
Enter. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm getting in there. Yeah. You guys ship to Canada?
I can ship to Canada. Canada's all right. Yeah. Europe is
Yeah,
when it starts getting tricky.
Any giveaway I do, I always got to put a stipulation: Canada, US only, because man, the international shipping is no joke these days, man.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm pretty lucky. I'm a shipping guy. So in my company, I'm shipping and receiving. So I deal with that all day. So
yeah. So you know.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
What else we got? I'll probably be on there Monday. Yeah, for sure, Preston. You got to be there. I'm live on Monday. Where is it? There we go. Yep. So see for yourself. I think Team NC's at 7 for him. Yeah,
it's good. Good number.
We can be up there. Love following taking Zach on Letterboxd. Yeah. So Cold Lords, also go check out Cold Lords. They're Chicago guys too. They're a lot of fun. Yeah. Also,
oh no! Oh, sorry.
No, Evan.
Preston Zach didn't get the job. He was applying a job at a movie theater.
That
would been so cool.
Yeah.
Especially what we do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, that sucks. Tank, what's your Letterboxd? I think it's just Tank Kramer. Yeah, either 1 word or 2 words. I don't know, but yeah, I'm on there.
Yeah, like I don't know like names on Letterboxd. I know their picture.
Yeah, pretty much. But there's more stuff I want to do on Letterboxd. Like I want to make an anime like anime film like list. I want to do like 90 movies list. Like there's so many things I want to do and make different lists and stuff like that on there, which is pretty cool. Because I remember like growing up, I saw so many movies, man. Like my uncle loved taking me to the movies. My mom would always take me and my sister goes to the movies.
Mhm.
So that's why I'm like, I can't wait till my son's old enough. I'm like, we're going to the movies. We're gonna see all the good stuff.
That's gonna be great.
Oh yeah. And already he's not afraid of stuff. Like Costco has this giant, like 8-foot long, like witch, and he winds up. We walk by and he starts laughing. I was like, yes, like
That's great.
yeah, I don't got to worry about scary stuff. So, damn, Brian look different. That's Brandon Davis. He's always in here.
Yeah, look different.
Got all the Funkos in the background too. I would say TMT will be my third or fourth favorite animated movie of the year. I'm
just animated. Okay.
about there. I'm about there with Horror Geek. I think I might have missed that one from Horror Geek. I like the voice acting, just not some of the dialogue at times.
Okay, that's fair.
No, I mean, it's this one was made for kids though, more than any other.
Specifically, New York kids.
Yeah, you're not kidding, man. Yeah, and you.
I was loving it. Yeah, man.
I appreciated the entire soundtrack.
Oh yeah. 90s hip hop all day.
Yeah.
Oh really, eh?
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I'm
You're
all
gonna
over
love
that.
it, dude.
I'm all over that. That's one of the reasons I loved Rise of the Beast. I love the soundtrack.
Soundtrack.
You know? The 90s hip hop, you know. So yeah. I mean I was already gonna watch Mutant Mayhem, but you know, now it's like okay. I really gotta try to get it in before the weekend. For the weekend to watch Friday shit.
One of your fellow Canadians didn't understand the slang. And he was just like, yeah, I didn't get some of the stuff they were saying. I was like, damn, man. So I kind of broke down some of the stuff.
Oh, really, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was so
Okay.
funny. Like,
That's
I've
curious.
never heard
I'm
of
gonna have to
Europe
check it out.
before. And I was like, I keep forgetting. Outside of New York, no one knows what we're talking about.
Are you from New York?
Yeah, I'm from Brooklyn.
Oh, okay. All right. Dope. Okay.
Go.
So they did the movie and the sound and the slang justice then to NYC?
I felt like I was in heaven, man.
Yeah.
Proper
Okay.
representation.
That's dope. That's what we need, baby. That's what we need. Okay.
Graffiti, all that. It was great.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was cool. There's a lot of like references too, like a lot of like anime references was pretty cool.
That also touched my heart.
Yeah. So it was good. It was good when it came to stuff like that. That was a lot of fun. I think there was a little bit of what was the song that the Mutants were singing in the van? It was like an old 90s like alt rock, like alternative song.
Yeah.
I can't
remember.
I can't remember what it was, but that had
And when you hear it, you know it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, everyone knows it. You know, it's like one of those songs that's just like from the 90s, but it was the 90s, I think. But yeah, it was funny because they're all singing along and it's just like that's goofy. There you go. My daughter's name is Brooklyn.
Nice.
That's awesome, actually. That's actually a really cool name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brian's out here. Don't get Tink started with Rise of the Beast.
Yeah, let's just move on from that subject.
It was good. Soundtrack was good.
Did I hit a nerve, guys? What happened? Uh-oh.
I do not like Rise of the Beast.
Oh, man.
Like at all. Like, oh, man.
Ruined his childhood.
Yeah, I know I'm in the minority for that. Although Brandon Davis down in the comments, he didn't like it either. I think so. I'm like, yes.
I would say minority. There's people that don't like that movie.
Yeah, you know what it was? For me, it was like it was just a good popcorn flick, you know. I think my biggest criticism was that they didn't have the beast, you know, enough, man. Like they didn't have what are they called? The Maximals.
Yeah,
exactly.
They were in it like you can count the number of scenes on one hand, probably, man. So I was definitely disappointed in that. I grew up on Beast Wars and all that stuff, so I was super hype about it. But you know, the few bits that they were in, it was cool. I liked the first half. You know, it was set in New York City,
Mhm.
1990s with the hip hop soundtrack. So I love that. I was all over that. Lead actor was cool. He did his thing. Overall, it was okay. It was okay. You know, I wasn't blown away, but I went in there. I watched it with my oldest, and we enjoyed it. So
I think it's a good
um,
start.
yeah, it's decent. It was decent.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily mind
Yes.
it, but I think my whole thing was I thought Bumblebee was a step in the right direction, and then this kind of felt like it was regressing back to like the
Bay.
Really?
the Bay continuity.
Oh man. But I'm gonna see for yourself. I mean, Beast Wars, that was my Transformers as well.
Yeah.
Just remember, this movie's not called Beast Wars. So keep
Yeah.
that in mind. Like that's why it's
Yeah.
just like it's called The Rise. So they're showing them a little bit, and maybe we might get them more next time.
But I'd love to see a Transformers film. Either like give us a full Beast Wars film, or give us a full Transformers set in Cybertron. I mean,
Mhm.
switch it up.
like
Yeah,
give us
it's
that
always
shit.
like a set on Earth, and they're after some MacGuffin.
Yeah, I was
seems
gonna say.
like.
it's always a
and
MacGuffin,
like we've gotten that enough times. I mean, like
I would
we're
like a Transformers
7
movie with no humans. Like they're on Earth and it's just the Transformers dealing with stuff, and they don't interact with humans in
To
terms
be
of like
honest,
we need humans to help you.
Yeah.
We don't.
yeah,
So
thinking the same thing.
exactly what you guys are saying. I don't know if you watched the Netflix. It's a 3-movie-ish mini series kind of thing. There's Transformers, War for Cybertron. There was Siege. What was the other ones? Siege, Earthrise, and Kingdom.
Okay.
No humans in it, like none that I can really remember. The whole first part. The first part is like 6 episodes, all on Cybertron. They bring in the Beast Wars characters very, very well in Kingdom, and this whole story is great. The animation is great. That to me is almost peak Transformers. That was great. I highly, highly recommend watching Transformers War for Cybertron. It's a 3-parter.
Do you think that the quality
Awesome.
is enough to put in the movie theaters?
I think the animation would need to be upped a little bit because it's good for Netflix. I like that kind of look, but not a lot of people like that. You ever seen Genlock? It's kind of that style.
Yeah, that's TV. That's TV animation.
Yeah, that's TV animation. So if it needs to get upped, like upgraded.
Like Arcane.
Yeah,
that's movie quality.
Yes,
that's what made it tough for me. I think I watched the first tank. What's it called? I think War. What was it? The first part called?
Siege.
Yeah, I might have watched I think I might have watched the full first arc, but it was. I found it tough to get into the animation style.
That's that's the problem.
So I didn't continue with that. But I mean, from like story wise and like just like it was fun.
That was, I believe, one of the last finished projects that Jason David Frank, the Green Ranger, White Ranger, was in. He was one of the voices for one of the Decepticons. But I thought the story on it was great. The animation, though, if you don't like that weird CGI kind of feel, it took me a while to get used to it. But the story is great. Oh my god, it's so great.
I think that's the most important part.
Yeah, it is. And it felt everything was like good. But yeah. Who said might be crazy? Last night beats Rise of the Beast. You are crazy because there's no way. Even I agree with that. Rise of the Beast was better than last night.
I haven't even watched Rise of the Beast or the last night. I'm sorry.
The Marky Mark ones are horrible.
Yeah,
I don't know. I might have a bit of a hot take. I mean, other than the first Transformers film, I mean, I could. The rest, I mean, are not. I'd say they're mid, man. You know what I mean? I could take them or leave them. To be honest, man. I thought Bumblebee was pretty good, right? And this one was okay, but other than that, yeah. I mean, I think the first one is because it was just you're seeing a live action Transformers, right? It was the coolest fucking thing ever, right?
Yeah.
You know, just incredible. But other than that, I mean, it's a whole lot of just fluff, man. You know, I think they could do a lot more with this IP if they really, I don't know, just get the right people behind it. I think.
Yeah. Well, here, I'm gonna ask you guys a question, but first I want to show these a few other comments in here. I really enjoyed. So Steve for yourself said, really enjoyed to put a muzzle on Cheetor, and that bugged the F out of me. Or he enjoyed it, but them putting Cheetor said what 3 words? You know, Rhinox said none. So it's like what?
Yeah, he roared once.
Yeah, which was awesome, but the problem is I feel that the humans got to be involved, and they treat Transformers like their Pokemon.
Yeah,
it's kind of true.
They're the guest stars of their own movie.
Yeah. Which kind of so brings me into, I saw John Campea and some other people talk about it, and it was kind of interesting with their take that I've seen. But will a G.I. Joe crossing over with Transformers be good? Like story wise and box office wise, like can it be good? Especially if this is the problem we get with humans, and now half of it is going to be humans. You know, like what are we going to get?
I think at this point is like you understand that humans going to be in live action Transformers films. I think us geeks can deal with just Transformers all the time, but the casuals who are the ones that make the money for the movie and why Transformers Rise of the Beast made money is they need to have human characters to attach to. I've had these conversations with my casual friends that are not in our space, and they just can't. Like I know I had conversations with casual friends of the Marvel universe that don't like Civil War, and it's because they just don't want to see the heroes fight. That's not what they come here for. The movie's not as funny as the other movies. Like they want to see the heroes fight a bad guy, overcome, tell jokes on the way. So there's certain things the general audience will just need. And I think if they do the G.I. Joes in the right way, they can sprinkle them in and then get a G.I. Joe movie out of it because they got invested in them with the Transformers.
Okay.
It's not what I want. I would like a separate G.I. Joe movie and separate transfer and then kind of mix them in so I can get invested in these characters and see them. But I know that's not going to happen.
No, yeah. Everyone likes jumping the gun and mashing everything as quick as possible. Yeah. I don't know. What about you, Sergio? You think that crossover can be good?
Is it going to be good? I don't know, man. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of the G.I. Joe live action films.
A lot of people weren't. They did not do well.
Transformers is already hit or miss. I think this is kind of just like a way for Hasbro to kind of, you know, this is another marketing thing, right? You know, like crossing over the toys or something. I don't know that it's necessarily going to translate into good films. It could be fun. I mean, I'll check it out.
They have source material. Maybe if they pull from that,
right? Yeah. I mean, who's involved? Did they have any attached names yet to like?
No, it was like a little stinger. That's it.
Yeah. So, I mean,
we know the guy from this movie is going to be in it, so he's going to be like a non-G.I. Joe character that becomes a G.I. Joe.
And they are saying that Stephen Caple Jr., the director of this one, is going to return to direct.
Okay, they just need to change the writer. That's all.
Okay, there you go. I mean, yeah.
There was nothing wrong with the direction because the action scenes were directed really, really well.
They were. Yeah, the action was really good. It was shot really good. I think Rise of the Beast looked good. It looked pretty, for sure. You know, like especially them in Peru was awesome.
Oh yeah.
You could tell all the Transformers apart, which is good.
Very important.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Anthony Ramos. But like, is Anthony Ramos? He's going to become a G.I. Joe, but does he become a new character, or does he kind of somehow become
like one of the Joes that we're familiar with?
Don't do that, please. Don't do that.
No, we need like the already established team, like you know, like we need Duke, we need Snake Eyes, obviously, we need
have them exist already. And he's our avatar.
Yeah, he's the audience surrogate, you know.
It's like we're joining the Joes.
Yeah. Have him be like the audience surrogate, like Mortal Kombat did with Cole Young, only not completely freaking useless.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's already established as having like a lot of technical know-how and aptitude, mechanical and that sort of thing. Maybe that could be applicable.
Yeah. And we actually like him. Like,
yeah, we actually like him.
I like him.
Yeah. He was pretty good in the movie.
I liked the character, and the human characters in Transformers have been very hit or miss for me. Like, I kind of tolerated Sam Witwicky early on,
Keep talking about my boy.
He got more just insufferable. I didn't mind Mark Wahlberg's character, but and then the Haley Steinfeld character in Bumblebee I did like. But I think Anthony Ramos's character, I found him, I'd say, just as tolerable, if not more than her.
I like just as tolerable. I like how you put it, buddy.
Yeah, let's face it, the human characters in the Bay directed Transformers movies, they were insufferable, most of them.
Yeah.
I
would say, yeah, the newest, what's his name, Anthony Ramos?
Yeah, Anthony Ramos.
I'd say he's probably my favorite of the leads. I mean, not that it's a high bar to begin with, right?
A high bar, right?
But I thought he held it down, man. He did his thing.
I like Shia. He does some weird movies at times. He does some cool stuff. I liked him in the first one. He was good in the second one, but then it just started. I think he was over it too.
Oh, and come the third movie, I wanted to reach for the screen and choke him.
Yeah.
I feel like he's like 18, 20, early 20s, and he's fighting giant robots. He has the right to scream like a maniac. I am.
Yeah. I'm like, I think I started to just get annoyed by him come Transformers 2. You have a robot, a sentient robot that chose to stay with you, and you keep him in the garage like a dog.
Oh no, my problem is like you were dating Megan Fox, and then you get another like crazy supermodel that like likes you, winds up being a robot, but still, it's just like I'm like, how is like every hot woman just like falling for
just
Shia
throwing
LaBeouf
themselves at this goober?
Yeah. But
the first one, the girls he's dated in real life,
yeah,
so I guess he was manifesting it from that.
Yeah. Said I think Anthony Ramos would be the rookie on the team. I think that'd be the best way to go.
Yeah, I think that goes without saying.
Yeah. Would you guys want to see like comic book cartoon accurate kind of silliness, like Shipwreck and like a Destro and stuff like that? Or
modernize
would you
it
see more a little bit
to
more
an extent?
Like,
I think if you're doing that to an extent, you have to kind of lean into that.
Yeah.
Okay.
They've been trying to make the G.I. Joes too serious. It needs to be more.
Yeah, if you're gonna adapt something like that, sometimes you gotta kind of go all in.
Yeah. Well, that's why like what was that Snake Eyes movie sucked. It was all seriousness. The whole story kind of was bad, and it was like I feel like you need to be a little bit more jokey, but then he wasn't even Snake Eyes, you know what I mean? Like he wasn't who that character is.
Him. So, it was him before Snake Eyes.
Yeah, so it's kind of there we go. It's coming back. Because I want the camp. Yeah, I want the camp. Just don't want the rock level of camp.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that. There are like super over the top silly characters, and I wouldn't mind a little bit of it, but yeah,
it just can't be.
So as long as you have that good enough balance.
Yeah. I want Sam Megan Fox and bumbling dang. I wouldn't leave it.
Shit.
Yeah, right. But yeah, I mean, right now, I know one thing. If I am on the show on House of Nerd show on Sunday, one thing I am going to bring up is there is a brand new comic book run called Void Rivals, and that follows it's written by Robert Kirkman, who did Walking Dead, and Invincible, which are amazing, you know. And now he's doing this because he loves Transformers and he loves G.I. Joe. So Void Rivals is going to be a comic book that crosses them over, and so far so good. There's two issues. I think the third one's coming out like in the next week or two or something like that. But I'm all in, man. Great writer, and he likes the content he's writing about. And I'm really curious to see what he does with Transformers and G.I. Joe crossing over. You know, like especially if we're getting towards that for a movie. I was like, you're having Robert Kirkman, who's did Invincible and Walking Dead, like write the story for you, basically. So it's like, you know, like you can easily pull from that comic book run, you know.
I've been revisiting Invincible, by the way. I'm so excited for the next season.
I can't wait.
Too.
So good.
Yeah. Kirkman is another go. Yeah, Kirkman is really awesome. But I don't know. Here I got a couple more comments before we move on to something else. No more Transformers.
No,
these films and get Kevin Feige take them over.
What are we just gonna recycle Kevin Feige and James Gunn whenever we want something done right?
Yeah, let's see James Gunn do something right first before we start.
I mean, Guardians.
Franchises. That's not a universe. That's a trilogy.
Yeah,
that's true. I mean, it's one of the best trilogies in that universe. How that counts, but yeah, we'll see what he does with the Superman thing. Nice. Well, these G.I. Joe Transformers sounds fun because of the Joes won't be helpless screaming humans. That's true. Maybe that makes a difference. Is like these guys are not afraid.
Capable.
They're like, I've seen crazier shit than, you know, a talking truck.
Yeah.
So.
Very good point. Yeah.
That'd be interesting. And Travis said the way to approach that crossover is asking what threat humans pose against Transformers. Like, imagine the G.I. Joes take dead Decepticons, plotting them to infiltrate ranks and sneaking onto Cybertron. That seems deep, man. It sounds awesome.
It also sounds like they're making them like the bad guys.
Almost. Yeah. Which I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind like the two good guys kind of fighting and then realizing they're on the same side.
Yeah, they have a common enemy or something like that.
Yeah.
Which is what they usually do.
Yeah. It's not a bad way to. I mean, they tried doing it with Batman and Superman, and the way they became best friends was stupid, but you know, it happens.
I wouldn't say they became best friends. They were just like, yeah, let's stop fighting and go.
Are we brothers now? Both our moms are Martha.
Oh God, if they would have said
that. They would have did that Rocky handshake thing where they grab him by the forearms. Yeah.
Lois is like, what is happening?
Yeah, they just leave her. Like, screw her. We're brothers.
We're best friends now. We don't need no women.
Oh man. Transformers 2 was weird. That one scene where Sam is in college about to cheat on his girlfriend. And it was a robot. Was that 2 or 3?
That was 2.
Was it 2? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because Megan Fox was still in that one. I was like, what the heck? I like the movie because Megan Fox and Sam.
I mean, for the fact that Megan Fox was in those first couple Transformers films, I mean, she damn near made those films, man. You know, so I mean,
yeah.
I haven't watched number 2 in so long. I don't think it holds up that well.
I doubt it. I doubt it. Transformers 2 is bad, but still feels. Do you?
Once Marky Mark joined, I tapped out. But the Sam Wiki ones are my jams.
They're fun. That's all
I need. Yeah. I don't need nothing too deep with Transformers.
Yeah. Yeah. They should have John Cena's agent Burns from Bumblebee also be recruited, changing his code name to Duke.
I'd take it.
He's a good G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
I'd take it.
Yeah.
Did they cast wrestlers?
I'm with that.
Really well.
I'm with that.
I mean, would
the
you bring
dude's
back
already
the
built like an action figure?
Why not?
Yeah. Well,
just find someone that can control him.
Yeah.
That's gonna.
But I mean, if you're gonna bring wrestlers / actors into this G.I. Joe / Transform, I mean, it's got to be buddy from Bautista.
Yeah,
because he's actually a good actor. You know?
He is.
Yeah, Edge is actually a decent actor as well.
Who knew? Holy crap! Now that I'm thinking about it, they did that in the cartoon. Sergeant Slaughter was a GI Joe and a wrestler. Like, you know what I mean? So it was like you can do that in real life. Sergeant Slaughter was awesome. Yeah,
I think reimagining the GI Joes kind of like wrestlers a little bit would bring some new life to them.
Yeah, very like over the top kind of massive
macho,
but
having some flamboyancy so they're not like toxic.
Yeah. Oh, Shipwreck. I mean, would that be a little too stereotypical? Because there's like back in the day, you know, like Navy people were very flamboyant. You know, they would like always be called names and stuff. So I don't know if that would maybe too much for.
We just don't call them names. Just like make it acceptable. That's where you get your messaging in without saying it.
Yeah, that's not. Imagine G.I. Joe's pretending to be Decepticons, controlling them, and then jumping out on Cybertron. Decepticons on Cybertron, confused as what is a human is. Oh, as the humans blow them up, it'll be great.
I don't know if they're gonna survive that surprise attack.
Yeah, I know, right?
That had to be like the finale of this saga where they all die to save the world because they get back home.
They jump out of this little teeny person, and Megatron's like, "What?" Just steps on them.
Yeah, it's like get rid of these punies.
Yeah. Oh man, I love Rise of Cobra as a kid. It's
a guilty pleasure. I have fun with that movie.
Yeah.
Still to this day, I have fun with that movie.
Yeah. Retaliation. I don't know why they killed what's his name right in the beginning to make The Rock the lead. It was like
because it was The Rock at the time.
Yeah,
he was revitalized, known for like revitalizing franchises at that point. You know, like that was around the time he was in Fast Five. You know, G.I. Joe. You know, if they went any further, Roadblock was probably going to be the centerpiece of it. You know, the Rock was just you know, just I think they were actually calling him in news stories franchise Viagra, where he was just revitalizing franchises. So I'm sure that was the plan.
Yeah. It was like he's been wanting to like be the lead of a franchise so bad. Like Black Adam, like I could run the DC universe.
His problem is that one, the no lose fights in his contract. You can't build a universe around that if you can't lose.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
He refuses to play other characters, even though he can. Like I've seen him. Like people are like, "Oh, Dave Bautista's a better." Like Dave Bautista's not really a better actor than him. The Rock chooses to not do better because what he's been doing has been making him the richest actor in the world. Which I get.
Yeah.
Like it made me a billionaire. I'm gonna keep doing it.
And the Rock has proven that he can act and play characters when he wants to. I think he's just at a kind of comfortable spot in his career where he's not really interested in playing any characters other than himself. I'm not even sure that I'd call him an actor nowadays so much as I'd call him a personality.
That's fair.
I mean,
it's like a lot of the biggest superstars are. Tom Cruise plays himself in the last 10
you know,
years.
and you know, I'd be kind of hard pressed to say that The Rock even played Black Adam because he was mostly just The Rock that just kind of happened to scowl a lot more than usual. You know, and it sucks because he could like well we've talked about it many times, like with a little more, if they really went for it with Black Adam and made him more of like an anti-hero with kind of like questionable actions, it could have been awesome. But as it stands, it was like, oh, the Rock just, you know, kind of ticked the superhero box off his resume. Off his
Rampage, San Andreas, what else he had? The one where he was jumping across towers. What the fuck was it called? Skyscraper. Like all those movies, it has same DNA.
Yep.
He just brings those guys over.
I'm looking at a list of his movies in order, and like some of his early stuff, obviously with The Mummy, was one of the early one. But he was in The Rundown. The Rundown was a great movie. That
The
like
Rundown was really, really fun.
yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yeah, the Stifler, I can't think of his real name. Was great. It was
Sean William Scott.
Sean
Well,
William
no.
Scott.
How many people do know his name? Everyone just knows him as Stifler. It's like
Yeah.
it's like no one knows Christopher Mintz-Plasse as Christopher Mintz-Plasse. Everyone just knows him as McLovin, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that was his name.
I was waiting. I'm like, who's that?
That's
You know,
McLovin.
McLovin. Yeah,
Just
but
call him McLovin.
he did The Rundown, Walking Tall, and Be Cool, which are all really good movies.
Mhm.
You know, Gridiron Gang, good movie.
Barry was decent.
Tooth Fairy, but those are like the kiddie one, the game plan kiddie ones. Race to Witch Mountain, another kiddie one. Planet 51, you know, kid one. But then he started getting these bigger ones. The Other Guys, you know, he was a small role, great in it. But then Fast 5, you know, G.I. Joe, and then
Faster was different.
Faster was a little different. But it was still like he was physically getting bigger. Like he was massive. And then as he got physically bigger, he became more of that I mean, he played Hercules, you know, and Pain and Gain. He was a massive dude. He was
fun to watch in Pain and Gain.
He was so good in Pain and Gain. He played a character in that.
Yeah, I think that was one of the last times I kind of looked at him and was like, oh, he actually played a character.
I mean, it is because after that, it was Fast and Furiouses, San Andreas, Hercules, Baywatch, Jumanji, Rampage. He became that person. Jungle Cruise, Red Notice. You know, was fun, but he was the Rock.
That's his worst movie. Oh my god.
Yeah, you know,
I've never turned off a movie before. I've always watched it, and I turned that shit right off. I was like,
I mean, it wasn't great, but it wasn't like horrible.
It was just boring.
Yeah, it was just kind of like black. You know, it went through the steps. That's all it did.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, after Pain and Gain, he just kind of like, oh, I can be this massive, huge guy.
Yep.
Which kind of sucks. But yeah, Pain and Gain, he was great in. That
Vin Diesel corrupted him.
Damn it. Damn you, Vin Diesel family.
Because Vin Diesel does the same thing. He used to do different stuff before he went crazy with the Fast and Furious stuff, and now he either does Dom or Groot, and that's it.
Pretty much.
Either says family or I am Groot. That's what he gets paid for.
He's making money.
Slaughterhouse universe.
Oh god.
Yo, Martha. That was oh, stop it, Brandon. Slaughterhouse would be better than Blue Beetle. Man, I am super psyched. He said something else about Blue Beetle. I'll see if I can find it. But I am super psyched about Blue Beetle. I got my tickets going to IMAX.
I have tepid expectations with Blue Beetle, even though it debuted with 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is good for the word of mouth.
I did not know that. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a fun movie. It's not gonna be the greatest thing ever, but I think it's gonna be fun enough.
It's an origin movie, you know. It's fun.
Yeah. I don't know what. Were you going to see it, Sergio?
Definitely have plans to. Actually, I don't know. Chill was hitting me up. Chillmonger was hitting me up to potentially go see it on the Thursday night, man.
Yeah.
So we'll see if that works out. But definitely, you know, regardless, I have plans to go and watch it, man. You know, gotta support the Latino superhero. We're finally getting a leading Latino superhero on film. You know, I'm super excited, man. You know, I mean, I think you know, I'm kind of my expectations. I wouldn't say they're tempered, but I know what, like, we're not gonna get some reinventing the wheel kind of, you know, superhero flick, you know. But I think it'll be a fun film. You can kind of watch, eat your popcorn, and, you know, take the family to go and just be entertained, man. And I think that'll be okay, you know. And you know, we never know. Might be surprised, pleasantly surprised. It might be something a little bit more, you know. So
I think my main takeaway from this movie, because James Gunn did a terrible decision by announcing a soft reboot, whatever bullcrap he's doing. I think my main thing is, how is Zolo as this character? Because I feel like once, it doesn't matter how bad the movie's doing, he already promised that Zolo is moving on.
Yeah.
So everybody else in this movie, the creative wise, side characters can go away, and he can just reset him, but just keep Zolo. So let's see if the audience falls in love with him like they fell in love with Tom Holland, and he's kind of like the DC Spider-Man.
You know what? I think that's fair. I think because moving forward, we know he's gonna be in Gunn's new DCU, right?
Mhm.
You know, like now, is he able to pull off this character? Is he able to bring that kind of that fun energy, the charisma, right? And
Yeah.
I think, I mean, I haven't seen it obviously, but just off the trailers, I think he's gonna do the character justice, man. You know,
Me too.
Yeah.
Me
I
You
too.
think
watch
he'll be
Cobra Kai?
okay. I'm sorry.
You watch Cobra Kai?
Yeah, Cobra Kai is okay. Yeah, you know, I enjoy it for what it
It's
is.
great
You
in
know,
it.
Love
yeah,
Cobra
Yeah.
Kai.
yeah,
Yeah, he's really great in it.
He's
Yeah.
great
Yeah.
on Cobra Kai.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
he was a big sell. When I heard that he was going to be Jaime Reyes, I was like, you know,
Mhm.
what this like who else was going to play the role?
He's been
Um,
fantastic for like 5 years, and he
yeah,
actually got
yeah. So his casting really sells me. He's a big reason I'm excited. And you
Mhm.
know, Blue Beetle is just a really underrated character. It has the
Mhm.
potential to be really cool. And even though Gunn hasn't like seemed 100% confirmed that this will take place in his rebooted universe, he's kind of implied that it could, you know, like it could lend itself, or it could potentially, you know, like be part of the universe, which I'd be good with.
Yeah.
But
I think today or yesterday, he did say on Twitter or X or whatever it's called now, that the movie doesn't take place in his universe, but the characters will be in his universe. So I'm not quite sure what that means, but
I think
okay.
he's thinking production wise. Like all these movies up until
Mhm.
Aquaman, he had no hand in. So that's why he's saying that like these are not my DCU movies. These are still DCEU because I did not create these. I wasn't a part of the guiding hand.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So whoever he cherry picks from here, when they go and hit that, it'll be under his vision, under him and Peter Safran's lead. And I think that's what he's trying to separate, but he doesn't want to explain it in business terms because it's going to turn people off, I think.
Yeah. I see that a lot. So what, like Horgeek said here, at least the tracking for Blue Beetle has improved a lot. No longer a pure disaster in pure disaster territory, which is in part of was it I think yesterday. It came out that 27 Latino organizations are going to unite and support this. You know, and
As they should.
that's what I was saying for a while. I was like, yeah, man, like how Black Panther was very important for the like the Black community and just like and everything, and it also resonated with just other audiences like altogether. You know, it's like I hope this kind of has the same thing for the Latino community. It's like yeah, this is what we want to see, but hopefully it resonates with other everyone else as well. You know. I hope, I'm not going to say this is the next Black Panther. I'm not saying that by any means. Don't get me wrong.
No,
but at least the support and stuff like that. I just feel like
to give you a first step.
Yeah, so it's good. And he's already well liked in the Hispanic community. So that's good stuff.
I think, as important as box office numbers are, I think this is one film that as long as it's well received, I don't think the numbers all that matter, man. I think it could be one of those kind of almost like Shazam #1. It was just a gem. It didn't do huge numbers, but for the most part, people seem to it was an endearing film.
Yep.
I think this is something that's kind of like a similar. I'm getting a similar vibe. We don't need like even a 50 or a 60 million opening. I think word of mouth, if it's received good, I think it'll have a little bit of a legs, and people will go and check it out.
The only thing that worries me with that is that Zolo himself has said like it needs to do good. Like he said that in interviews.
Mm-hmm.
If he hasn't brought that up, then I'm like, yeah, you're 100%. Like this can do okay and we'll be fine. But the fact that he's put it out there that he feels like it needs to do good, I feel like he feels like his job might be on the line.
Man, it's tough. It's tough. You know what? And like, Blue Beetle is probably. I mean, a lot of these films with the DCU have been in tough positions now. But Blue Beetle, no, listen, you can't even promote the film. The actors can't promote the film, and that is such a big part. Like it can't be overstated, man. Like how important it is, the actors to do their media circuits and all of that, promotion. So they can't do that. You have, even though Gunn has said that this will have a place in its DCU, it's not his DCU. It's still from the old regime. So you still have I think you're gonna have a skepticism from people who are, us nerds who are, into this shit, and even just the general public, right? I mean, it's kind of falling in between the cracks. It's in a tough spot, man. So you know, I'm honestly, I'm gunning for it. It's like the little engine that could, you know what I mean? Kind of just, I'm just hoping, man. People kind of endear themselves to this movie, and and it does okay, man. Because it's important, man. It's like you said, first, dope character. Jaime Reyes is a great character in the comics, and I think Zolo is a rising star, man. We gotta let's do it up, man.
Yeah. And every time they said a Blue Beetle story, like in Young Justice, they did the Blue Beetle story, was great. It was such a great run.
So awesome in Young Justice.
Yeah. Oh man, it was so good. Graduation.
Even in Batman Brave of the World, Brave
Yeah.
and the Bold, he was great in that too.
Yeah, Brave and the Bold. Like I said, Graduation Day was super fun, and it's becoming a continuation. So now it's going to become another a monthly thing, because it did so well, which is great. Like, dude, every week or every month it came out, I bought it in Spanish and in English. It's like, so I had both, which is awesome. And now it's becoming a continuation. So like usually when he's on screen, it does good. Like he has a good story at least. So now let's see, as its first movie and stuff like that, can this character do it? Because I think Zolo is gonna be able to play the character well, but hopefully it's written well, and that's my concern.
Yeah,
I think the main key, and hopefully they're hiding this from us, is that they somehow integrate the other two Blue Beetles that they're skipping.
That'd be cool. Maybe somewhere at the end,
and create some history there, and they're kind of mentoring him.
Mm-hmm.
And they just haven't revealed it because maybe there's just like cool actors, or they wanted something to be a surprise for the film.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. Where did I leave off with that? Yeah, so Perk Minded said that's the main reason I'm going to support the movie. Also, Blue Beetle, interesting character. I want to see if they go Young Justice route with this character. I hope so. There's good
Damian,
stories.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're bringing in Damian. Like they're bringing.
Hey, that'd be cool. Yeah, because
we're getting a young Supergirl, so they might do that with her.
Young Wonder Woman too, or Wonder Woman-esque or something like that.
We're getting the Brazilian Wonder Woman in Paradise Lost or Paris Island, the show, so they can use her. So if they get to Young Justice before Marvel gets to Young Avengers, I'm gonna laugh. What DC needs to do that Marvel has not done is do a hero versus villain movie in terms of like the Justice League versus the League of Doom. Like Marvel has not done that yet, where each of their villains from the past movies team up against them. That would blow the roof off. Stop killing villains.
Yeah.
We were gonna get that. Zack Snyder was gonna give us the League of Doom.
I know. Let's not even go into that because I'm a Snyder guy.
Oh, okay. Hey, listen, I love what Zack Snyder was doing, man. So, I know that's a whole other show, man.
The greatest comic book movies of all time. And I'm just like,
I'm right there with you, Zach. I'm right there with you, buddy. Yeah.
And then we're stuck with like poopy jokes and Suicide Squadrons.
I don't know, man. Yeah, we're not getting into that. That's a whole show in itself.
Yeah.
But
You know what? I will say quick. Now that I know that, Zach, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna bring you on the House of Nerd show. We're gonna do it up over there, buddy.
Let's
100%.
do it.
It's
Yes.
happening, bro.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Where did I leave off? Can't wait for Blue Beetle to come out so y'all can tell me I told you so. Brandon Davis just hates from day one. Hated Blue Beetle. He said it looks bad. It looks cheap. The costume looks not good. I thought the costume looks great.
That's looking part of the movie.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Looks better than Iron Man's suit from Iron Man. Most of the Iron Man movies, honestly.
I hope it's awesome. Like I said, the last trailer didn't do a whole lot for me, but I'm still in this movie's corner. I
What
hope
a
it's
terrible
awesome.
opening for a trailer.
Yeah.
The trailer was okay, but the ending, man, when they get the
At the
grandma
end
with the
with-
gun,
yeah.
I was like,
Oh,
what
that
are
was
they
my
doing,
favorite
man?
part.
Really, I was like, what are
It
you
was
guys
so
doing, man?
funny.
I think during Ninja
Abuela
Turtles,
coming
that
with the
trailer,
gun. Come on.
yeah, the trailer played for Ninja Turtles, and my girlfriend saw it. She goes, "Oh, that's awesome!" You know, because we're going Friday to see it, or next Friday, and then it, you know, it plays the title or plays the card and all that, and then it shows her, and she goes, "Why they do that?" I was like, it was such a fun trailer, and then they do that. I was like, it just felt so random and out of place that, like, it off-putting. I was like, I don't know. Like, you gotta show it's funny too, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, you gotta do that with everything now.
We said, yeah. Oh, yeah. Perfect example. The original Into the Spider-Verse did not do very well upon release. It was the word of mouth and exposure on Netflix that resulted in a sequel doing well. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
The original Into the Spider-Verse didn't do very well. Man, that did numbers. What are you going on about?
No,
box
not
office.
Really.
The box office. It didn't really do it. It wasn't until it came out on streaming and DVD and stuff like that where people were like, "Holy crap, what is this?"
Like internationally, what did it hit? I'm pretty sure like that did well, man, for an animated film.
It did 380. That's not that high.
385 for but hold on, we're talking about an animated film.
Yeah,
An
the
animated
budget
film
was high because of the animation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As opposed to what did the new one do?
That movie. So that's a long time.
Okay.
Worldwide, it was 663.
There you go.
It's
That's
not
how
bad.
close to.
It's not bad, but it, you know, it didn't. No one really that I know really went to go watch it. You know, for the most part, it wasn't until after it came out on DVD and Blu-ray and stuff. They're like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "Yeah, you should saw it."
That's so funny. Different circles, man. Because I don't know. I felt like Twitter at the time, that movie, it was blowing up, and like everybody was talking about it. But it could be selective memory. I don't know, man. But I mean, like you said, what would you say, Tank? 665 for an animated film? That's huge, bro.
Worldwide.
That's huge.
Yeah.
I think that they weren't seeing it as just an animated film. Because it's a superhero film, they were comparing it to other superhero films, and that was the problem.
Yeah. I don't think that's fair. You can't do that.
It's not fair.
Yeah.
No.
You can't.
I mean, it won Academy Awards, and it was it was great, you know. But you know, it was Netflix is where it really blew up popularity. That's when I remember a lot of people are like, "What is this movie?" I was like, "It's a movie you should saw in theaters." That's what it is, you know. So
that's crazy.
I forgot what movie it was. Oh, Dungeons and Dragons, great film, underrated film of the year. Somebody just watched it recently on Paramount Plus. They was like, "Oh my god, this is so great! I hope we get a sequel." And I was like, "Well, because you waited 6 months to go watch it on Paramount Plus for free, they're not gonna make a sequel. You got to go to the theaters."
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
They're not putting like trash movies in theaters all the time. Like I've only seen one bad movie in the theaters, and I saw it was like a mystery movie.
But which one is it?
Hypnotic. That shit was garbage.
Oh, I didn't see that one. That was garbage.
And you know how I'm positive on movies, so for me to say it's garbage,
it's really garbage. It's trash. True trash. That's funny. That's why I was like, which one did you not like? Because
Hypnotic was not good.
So
It's the worst movie I saw this year.
Wait, what's your worst one then?
Oh, it's called Mega Lightning.
Oh yeah, I don't think I heard of that one.
Serial Killer Lightning. It's awful.
What?
They got me with the poster.
Because that premise sounds weird.
I didn't know that was the premise. I saw the poster. I saw a lady with a sword. I thought some medieval stuff, and it was the people who made the Winnie the Pooh movie.
Yeah,
that was the first movie before Winnie the Pooh, and I was like, oh shit, I wish I knew.
Yeah. Well, here Horgeek said it performed in line with animated films.
Yeah.
And Horgeek knows his stats. So it did less than 400 mil, only 2 months after Venom, which did over double that. Yeah. Why?
They're comparing it to live action films. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So that's what I'm saying. You can't compare an animated film to live action, regardless if it's comic book. Like it's apples and oranges. I
think the problem is that Frozen did a bill, Lion King did a bill, Frozen 2 did a bill. There was like a couple, like some of the Pixar stuff was doing high, so I think that's why also because they're like, oh, animated films starting to hit the numbers. So I think that's really what it was.
Yeah, but Frozen, that's in a tier of its own. Like that. That's just that's. I mean, everybody knows Frozen, right? I mean,
yeah, I even know about it.
Yeah. Even if you don't want to know, you know.
Let it go.
So here, these came in back to back, and this is the best. Brand Davis said D&D sucked.
You shut your whore mouth.
Damn. I don't think that's PG.
There you go.
I will not have that.
I loved it. But then a minute later, the next comment that came in was
literally a minute later. It's 11:18, 11:19.
Thank you,
Horry. Like boom and boom. So one thing I'll give Brand Davis, man, he likes what he likes and he hates what he hates, man. So if it's good, like Invincible, we were told him to catch up on Invincible, and he like loved it, you know. So
it's a good thing you started watching that when you did, Brandon. Now you didn't have to wait 2 years between seasons.
Yeah.
Sergio, have you watched Invincible?
Invincible season 1? Yeah. Okay. You know what? I thought it was very good, but I'll say this much like the source material, it started off really slow. I almost gave up on it, you know. I think after the first issue or first episode, 2 episodes, I wasn't really. I was like, you know, it was alright. I paused. You know, and then everyone was telling me, no, you gotta check. It gets so much better, and I'm so glad that I did because it really, really took off. And it was
when
just
it takes off.
Oh, dude, and that's exactly like how the comic books are. That's exactly like you're gonna have to read legit the first, I want to say, maybe 12 issues of Invincible, and it's okay. It is what it is, right? But then once it gets good, man, we're talking like some top tier entertainment here, you know. And so Invincible turned out to be like great, man. You know, I'm very much looking forward to season 2.
I think why it didn't go slow for me because I love cape shit. Like I just love watching superheroes save people. So like of my adventures of Superman, that's my shit. Superman saving people, that's just give me that all day. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., that's my favorite comic book show of all time. That's just them doing on missions, just characters that I like just doing shit. I like cape shit. The Boys, I love cape shit. It's so good.
Oh, listen, The Boys, don't get me started on that. I love that. Great.
I go to Gen V. Like we did the trailer reaction to Gen V, and that was like, she's like, I think I blew up a guy's dick. I was like, what?
Man.
It's a different tone from The Boys, but that's good.
Yeah. I think it's gonna have its own vibe, which is like I like it's like the same kind of thing, but very different feeling of it. You know, just because you're gonna have like younger people, you know, like college.
The younger kids, tone. It can't be as mature.
Yeah. So it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be as crazy like. No, not even political, like who's in charge kind of thing, you know, like that The Boys has. This is gonna be more of
they started doing some political stuff in The Boys, but it's like
not as much. They
do it in a smart way.
Yeah. But Invincible, like same thing with Brand. Like after the first episode was great, and then that ending scene, you know, I don't want to spoil it, but the ending scene was like, what? And I was like, what's going on? And then the next couple episodes were good, but I'm like, what? Answer that question. Like, what happened? I want to know what happened. The whole time you're like, and then they finally get into that and all the other crazy shit. At the end of the season, I'm like, I need to know everything. And I went to the library. I rented all the graphic novels. I just went on a binge of reading all of it. And I was like, oh my God, if this is the story that they're going to go and tell and do everything, wow.
Nuts.
Yeah. Yeah.
The scope is just, it's incredible, man.
The ups and downs and the twists and everything that happens and it does. And there's some parts where it's like really, I don't know if you guys follow SSK Dot. He put a picture from the comic book and he goes, what's his name, doesn't know yet. He doesn't know what he's got. And I know that scene from the comic, and I was like, oh, that's not a good thing, man. He's like, it was just like funny because like he's just kind of making fun of it, but also the thing that happens in that shot, or I forgot what was that that box. I'm like, I know what follows, and it's not good. So it's like, oh man, it's gonna go off the rails. Like shit's gonna go down, and you're like, what? If that's the story they tell, and it seems like that's what they're gonna kind of do. And holy crap, it instantly became one of my favorite comic book stories. And it has an ending, which I like. It has an ending. It ends. It doesn't just stop.
Yeah.
awesome.
Kirkman, man, he knows what he's doing.
Yes. Yeah.
More indie comics need to be adapted into shows. Like there's a indie comic for what's that company that I love? That's like the third biggest company. Why am I messing?
Boom.
Huh?
Boom or Image?
Image
Comics.
Black Magic, I think would be an amazing animated show because of the style of it. Has this like mixture of color, black and white that they do, and then the story is just all over the place, crazy. And there's so many things like that can just get like a 3-season run and just knock it out of the park. Hey, Drew.
Yeah. There's a lot of like
Tokyo Ghost, so much stuff.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, because of House of Nerd Show, I got into so many other independents. My girlfriend prefers independents than like actual, DC Marvel kind of stuff. So I've been reading a lot of hers. Yeah, it's just like they're able to do and go places that like you really can't do with like the X-Men or with these mainstream characters that can never go away. So
we're getting animated Snot Girl. We can't do that. Story in Marvel DC, but that's going to be awesome, and there's going to be a lot of women that attach. There's a lot of women that attach to that character right now from the book, but when it gets animated, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah. Was Tinker an independent first, right?
Who?
Tank Girl.
Tank
Girl.
Oh, Tank Girl.
Oh, I just
That's what I got right here.
I was like, is that your sister? What's going on?
Yeah, because I think that's independent, right?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, it wasn't like a DC or
Marvel. Was it Dark Horse?
I don't remember. I'm trying to remember.
No, I might be wrong.
Yeah, but
Googling it right now.
Yeah,
you're right. Dark Horse, DC Vertigo.
Okay.
But I don't know if they merged eventually or something like that, because the Tank Girl started in the like 90s, early 90s, 80s. I think wasn't it 80s?
I think it was the 80s.
Yeah, 1980s. It looks like the rights to it has switched hands because IDW had it, Image, Titan, DC Vertigo, Dark Horse.
All over the place.
Yeah. But when Tank Girl came out, I'm like, oh, this is awesome. I really love that. I mean, probably shouldn't be reading it when I was, but I remember my mom was like, he's reading, and that's all that mattered. It's like, and reading comics was like, I didn't like just grabbing a book and reading, but comics is what kind of got me going. And then I'm like, oh, this is good too. There's just less pictures and stuff like that. So
we're also getting
awesome.
I love indie comics, so I just want to talk about it a little bit. We're also getting animated Saga, which is a book I haven't read yet, but I heard it's amazing.
We're Saga?
Wicked and the Divine, and we're getting Sex Criminals.
Sex Criminals. Listen, Sex Criminals is some of the best stuff I've ever read, man. Definitely, if you're into indies, Zach, and I mean, so I take you've read it.
I read the first issue. I haven't.
Yeah. I mean, it's some pretty wild stuff. I mean, it's definitely recommended. Matt Fraction, the writer, the artist on that one's Chip Zdarsky.
He wrote my favorite run on Hawkeye. So
good. Yeah, it was a good run. Good run. Yeah. I mean, listen, you're talking to someone who, it's like you're preaching to the choir, bro.
Yeah, this is your thing. You know more than me.
No. I don't mean it in that sense, but indie comics, man, are so great.
Yeah,
indie comics to me is where it's at, and
it is.
You know, like listen, I grew up on Capes and Cowls. I loved, it's my first love, when it comes to this. But there's only so many different ways you can tell the same story. And it's inherently that's the problem, right? You're with these IPs, creators are for, I mean, you've only got so much leeway. You're in a sandbox, in someone else's sandbox.
Yeah.
Create your own stuff, the indie stuff. You can do whatever the hell you want,
Also, it's the fans too.
I'm gonna be right back.
Okay.
Good.
I see like some creators in Marvel DC try to do something different, and they're like, "No, that's not how our character is supposed to be." So it's also the fans of the Cape shit that also
100%, 100%. Because as fans, and there's so many generations. Like someone like a Superman fan or a Batman fan, Batman in particular, he's gone through so many different. A Batman from the '80s is different from Batman in the '90s or 2000s, right? Or certain run.
10 years.
So all these fans, they feel like they've got ownership over this particular version of a character. No one film or director or one writer is gonna be able to please everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're probably, fans as nerds are probably making most difficult for creators and for
100%.
IPs to try to maybe experiment a little bit more, man. It's difficult, man. It's tough, But
I was kind of why I like the way DC had it before James Gunn took it over. Not some of the decisions they made with certain things, but the fact that we had different versions of the characters. Like we had an animated corner, we had the Arrowverse, we had the live action movies, and we got experimentation. Like Harley Quinn show, I think is one of the greatest comic book shows ever made, because it's just satirical and it gets to do its own thing. It doesn't have to worry about making Bane exactly how Bane is supposed to be. It can make fun of Bane and turn it into a different kind of character while still keeping the essence of the character. And people love it because they understand that's the world that we're in. And I think that show did some of the best Batman stuff I've seen, live action or animated, last season. So like that. And then when I go to the Arrowverse, I like some campy stuff sometimes, and that's what the Arrowverse was. I love Superman and Lois. I would sing the praises of that show all the time. We wouldn't get that if Superman was only on the big screen. So but now we're gonna get one universe across every medium that has to connect, and I'm kind of scared.
I mean,
the video game thing is what really scared
me. But I'm also optimistic because Gunn has said that with the DC film stuff, we're gonna have like a black label, so for films like the Batman or for films like Joker, and others. I mean, I'd love to see
and stuff like that.
I'd love to see a Superman Red Sun film made. Maybe Cavill could come back or something like that. I don't know, man. But
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like he said that to give excuse of why he's not canceling the Batman, Joker, and stuff that's popular already in Teen Titans Go. And then once those things finish their run, I think he's just gonna not do any side stuff anymore.
Oh, really? Eh?
Yeah.
In my head, obviously I could be wrong, but in my head, I think that's what he's gonna do.
Yeah, because Zaslav for sure was like, no. Batman made a bunch of money. You're not getting rid. Joker made a bunch of money. You're not getting rid of those. So he's like,
Superman Lois is the 4th highest rated thing on HBO Max. You're not getting rid of that yet.
Yeah. So it says like, okay, I'll just let it live in this corner over here.
Yeah, and then when it's done, and then I can not have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah. But
I hope you're right. If we get DC Black Label stuff and Henry Cavill comes back for like a Superman Red Sun or an Injustice movie,
Kingdom Come,
yeah.
Oh,
I would hope they
man.
can kind of save that for main universe. That would be so dope. We get the
Oh,
actors
that would be
age
dope,
into
bro.
it.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh
Or
man.
even like Superman 1 million.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if Snyder will come back. He's kind of, I think,
he said recently that he would do it.
did he? Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah, but I
interesting.
don't know. I think that would just cause too much issues
Yeah.
as much as I want it.
I don't think. I mean, I'm just complete wild guess. I mean, I don't know the guy obviously, but I don't think Zack Snyder, from what I see and how he's passionate about these characters and what he was creating, this whole world, I don't think he'd ever like, as long as he's able to do what he wanted to do, I don't think he'd refuse that, man. You know,
He did the
You
Snyder
know?
Cut for free.
right? There you go. Right. So I mean, yeah, I don't know. That's all. Again, that's a whole other discussion. Like his vision, man. I thought it was.
I'm
I thought it was
excited for Rebel Moon
yeah.
I am too.
for Star
Yeah.
Wars.
I got
Did
this
it
bad
come
boy,
straight?
but I don't know where to put it yet.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I love it. I love
have
it. Oh,
that
that is
picture.
beautiful, man.
But that's
It's
a great
it's a
Wow.
it's a tin, so it's like a metal
Oh.
poster. Yeah,
Does it have
So-
like? Is it raised? Like,
Yeah.
it looks like
It's raised.
Oh, I'm so jealous of you right now.
Oh my god. Yeah, that is gorgeous, buddy. Where'd you grab that?
At the second hand for like $3, man.
No.
Still wrapped
I love
up
how it
in
like
film.
just appeared in the green screen. That was hilarious.
Yeah, with the Green Lantern over here. But
Hey.
yeah, it is awesome, man. I love this thing. I just don't know where to put it.
Did I just hear Tank say that's gonna be part of the 1,000 sub giveaway? Oh my god, Tank!
I'm making
You're a
17
simple buddy.
Googles to get in there for that.
Dude, I find so many things. I found this at the second hand for like
Nice.
$2.
That's great.
You know,
Yeah.
this is
That's,
a little bit more
that's like
cheaper
a
than
million
$1.
subscriber giveaway. That's when he gives that away.
That's what that is.
when they hit the mill.
Oh man.
Yeah, dude. Oh man, I find the best stuff at the second hand. I got,
I'm sliding into Tank's DMs, making an offer on that
I
Kingdom
got
Come.
these two. I got these two from the second hand.
That's great.
Yeah, great condition, like insane condition, like
Yeah.
like really, really good condition. So yeah, dude, I love going to second hand. Like so many people are like, I don't want to go there. I was like, you find some really
You
good
find
stuff.
great stuff there.
Find some really good stuff.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I need to find one in my area.
From like Goodwills, like Salvation Armies and stuff like that. Usually Salvation Armies, that's a really rare find, but some Goodwills, man, you find some cool stuff. But yeah, just because you're talking about Kingdom Come, like I have it, but I have nowhere to put it.
Oh man,
So,
that's beautiful.
yeah,
That's a beautiful piece.
I've been sitting on it for like years at this point, like 6-7 years. It's just I'm right here doing nothing.
Hey buddy, I'm legit. I'm gonna slide into your DM after I make an offer, buddy. 'Cause that is gorgeous, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is pretty cool. I was
Yeah.
surprised.
I
I mean, some of the film is ripped, but it's still wrapped up for the most part.
There you go.
I just want to take a moment to give you three your flowers real quick. Tank, Brandman, Brian, you guys really created a space where we can just geek out, and I appreciate it. I don't get to talk
Oh,
about
man.
this shit in real life anymore. You know what I mean? Like, so to come on here and just chill and have people in here, just like I just like nerded so hard just now over that poster.
Absolutely, man.
And I just
That's
really
awesome.
don't get to. It reminded me back in my college days where we used to do that and share the stuff that we had playing Yu-Gi-Oh and playing Street Fighter and whatever. And you just as a 30-year-old man now, I don't get to do that stuff. So this just made my day. Like after a hard day of work, this just made my day.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I know,
That's
like
great.
Brian had to buy another suitcase in Florida just so he could put all the shit he bought in Florida. He bought like 15 Funkos.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
You know, so we always show like each other like all the goodies we bought and stuff like that. You know, like
I cut myself off. Like I was like, I can't anymore.
yeah. You know, so like I got a bunch of goodies. I don't want to grab them because they're all hidden everywhere. But hopefully, I'm gonna redesign my area, you know, and have things, you know, set. So, but yeah, like I like because like I don't know. I was always a kid. I always liked having like cool toys, and now I'm older and got money, So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy this really badass looking Batman. Like I have all the Blackest Night. I got these things. They're freaking awesome. From the Blackest Night story run. Like it's awesome. I'm like, that's super cool. One of my favorite stories in comics, and the characters are awesome. So I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna buy a dead Batman and Superman because this shit's cool.
Hey, that's. I mean, listen, I haven't gone down the action figure tunnel yet because I know once I make my first purchase, it's a wrap. It's over for me. I can't afford it. I mean, dude, there's so many dope figures out there that I'd love. I mean, it's incredible, man. Like I would have. Then I'd have to have the whole set, then the whole line, and that's the other problem with me. I'm like if I have one, then I have to have like the next one, and then I gotta complete the line and stuff. But most thankfully it's my bad habit. It's just comics, and then I mess with the statues a little bit. But statues are pricey, man.
Oh,
yeah.
So, but I got some nice ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Blue Beetle Battalion is trending on Twitter right now.
It has every other day. It pops up and stuff like that. But you see results. Yeah. Zach is horrible. Cancel him.
Is he talking about me or Snyder?
I don't know.
It's like either way.
I'm against Snyder.
No, let me stop.
But here, like one thing we want to do is because he's talking about The Last Ronin, which was great. So we want to get Sergio back on, and we want to talk about the actual Last Ronin story before the game comes out at some point, because they are doing a game that is based around the Last Ronin storyline.
It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be such a great. Just play a Hulk of a Ninja Turtle that has all the weapons and is kind of losing his mind.
More violent.
Yeah, super more violent. Like that's gonna be a great. Like go God of War, Arkham Knight, like those kind of storylines.
Yeah, you know what? Definitely, we gotta figure that Last Ronin discussion for sure.
Yeah,
and, that was a good book. That was
great.
It
was great. Yeah, because I figured we'll do like half of it on our channel, the other half on your channel, and
let's do it up.
Make the viewers. So yeah, we'll get it going. Yep. Hopefully sooner than later, but hopefully once it starts getting talked about more, then we'll pop it up.
When is the game is what, dude? Like I want to say next year.
I have no idea.
It might even be later. Yeah, I mean,
we'll see. Yeah, they just announced it. So games usually take 5 million years.
I'm counting on later than next year. It takes a while to make a game.
Yeah,
even with all the crunch.
What I'm excited about that is they're gonna try to style it like a God of War style,
Yes.
Open world. So I'm pretty excited, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty excited for that.
Yeah. That's gonna
I hope that and the Wonder Woman game is good.
I didn't know they were doing the Wonder Woman game.
Oh yeah, they did like a little teaser last year E3 or something.
Yeah, last year.
It was like the Wolverine game and the Wonder Woman game was the two big things.
I remember the Wolverine.
Speaking of which, I wonder when that Wolverine game's coming out, because that trailer came out 2 years ago?
It was supposed to come out this year because Spider-Man was supposed to come out earlier, and then they pushed both. So Spider-Man's coming out fall, and Wolverine's coming out spring next year.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Yeah.
So we'll see.
Definitely anticipating that one, especially from Insomniac.
Yeah. The Cider sucks. I saw his workout routine, and that even sucks. That's what I say about Brandon Davis, man. He hates what he hates, man. He goes all in there.
Man.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the last year to have a collection. Oh, for the Ghost Rider stuff. Yeah. Something like that. GTA. Yeah, GTA is now 2046 exactly.
Exactly. Man. Gonna come out the year Blade Runner happened.
Especially after all those leaks that happened last year with it.
Yeah. Was it said I have over 1,100 trades. 9% of them are from a discount bin, $3, $5, $7 a piece. The discount bin is where it's at. Exactly, man.
Wow.
It's exactly where it's at. You take your time, look around. You find some good. A lot of times they don't know what they got, man. Like a Goodwill. Like sometimes they think they know. They're like, oh yeah, whatever, and then you're like, hold up, you know. So, and then stuff that they overprice. I'm like, no, that's like cheap Target shit. Like, you know, like get out of here. But
that's hilarious.
Yeah. My Spider-Man 2 is getting pushed back. Is it?
Really? I didn't hear that.
I didn't hear that either. I mean, I got my
anything
pre-order
about that.
in. So, I think it's still gonna be October, which it better be because I am already making plans where like every Saturday night is my video game night.
Smart man.
Like,
Oh, man.
I gotta play that game, man. The game looks so good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You guys will probably have grandkids by the time GTA 6 comes out.
Listen, I haven't been a gamer for years. I mean, I think the last game I regularly played was Gears of War. But when GTA 6 drops, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm getting that PS.
It's a wrap. Yeah.
Yeah. Those are GTAs are one of those games that you get. You know, it's San Andreas. I mean, what, since GTA 3, I want to say, was like when it really started, and then Vice City, San Andreas, you know, GTA 5 came out. Like those are just like great
I have
games.
another take. I've never owned a GTA game or played it for more than 2 hours. Not gonna lie.
Wow, that's crazy. That's wild. Okay.
I've only played it like friends' houses, get them to 5 stars, and then give them back to
GTA 5 storyline was great.
Really?
And then it ties in your 3 characters, you know, by the end of the game, and you're switching between the 3 of them, and you're playing their own story that also ties into the bigger story. And they did it so perfectly where just not even being online is a whole nother monster, but just the story for GTA 5 was like damn near perfect. It was so good. It was so good. You know, I did not expect it.
I saw a report, I think just the other day, on the cost of GTA 6, and it's something like insane. I think it's hit over $1 billion. I don't know if that's how accurate that is, but I couldn't believe
game
it.
cost
Like,
is starting to balloon to too high. We're about to hit like a crash soon.
like it's I couldn't believe it, man. I was like, for a video game. I mean, I know like the literally thousands of people, you know, developers involved, but still, man, like I couldn't like.
So this is from according to April 24th of 2023, GTA has nearly made $7.7 billion since its release.
Right?
No, GTA 5.
5? Wow.
But it also GTA 5 came out in 2013, 10 years ago, and people are still playing it.
Releasing it.
Yep.
No. Well, they're re-releasing it, but also like the online has its own story.
Yeah.
You know, you could do bank heist and casino heist. You could buy a casino or buy your part of a casino. You buy yachts, jets, and those are all different storylines that you could do online. So they're keeping the game alive through online, not even through DLC. It's like through online, and then
keep updating it.
Yeah. So $7.7 billion. I didn't even know it was that high. I believe it's
the number one media. Period.
Oh, that would be it. Yeah. I wouldn't.
Movies, television, anything. It's the highest selling media. Period.
Yeah. Damn. That's crazy. Yeah. I mean, I think it's the number one video game of all time, at least profit-wise. Yeah. The DLC content, all that good stuff. GTA 5 is the second most sold game. I thought it'd be first now because I own it on 3 different consoles.
Like a lot of people do.
Yeah. But
it's incredible, the staying power. I mean, listen, I started. Who's that?
My name too many times. So I gotta come in.
Oh shoot!
What's going on?
This guy.
You know, it was my anniversary, so I did what I had to do first. But you know, you guys are talking about too much stuff, so I was like, all right, I gotta jump on.
Couldn't help himself.
Yeah, I know. I was like, if we go past an hour and a half, Brian might jump on. It's exactly right over an hour and a half.
I was like, you sleep? All right, you good. I'm going downstairs.
That's hilarious.
Oh, it's behind Minecraft, which makes sense. Minecraft.
Okay.
Again, I think I own 5 different versions of, or 5 different accounts for Minecraft.
That Minecraft movie's gonna go crazy. Holy shit. You think Mario did crazy?
Yeah,
I'm thinking like Barbie. It's gonna be like bigger than Barbie.
it's
Probably.
yeah, it's oh my god, because you have every kid from what 4 or 5. I don't even know how early kids play video games now, to like what 18. You know, like everyone in that range,
Yeah.
and even older. Like I mean, I played Minecraft a lot. I don't play it that much anymore, but you know, I mean, it still has a following on YouTube and everything. So
My girls are probably playing Minecraft right now at their grandparents' house.
there you go.
Right now.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, Minecraft is gonna be everyone's gonna go see it. Yeah. Ooh, I'll take best game ever made. Resident Evil 4.
Resident Evil
well-
is in my top 10 of games of all time, but I don't think it's the best game ever made.
It's up there. It's up there. I don't know what the best game ever made is.
I don't know. I'm an
Do
old head,
anything.
so you can't. I mean, ask me is like one of the Mario games has got to be
Somewhere
the
in there.
best ones, man. You know, maybe number 3. You know,
Mario 3
Number-
is cool. I was
number
gonna say GoldenEye. GoldenEye is probably one of my
Golden
favorites
Eyes there
of all time.
too, bro.
Gold
100%.
is out there.
I wish they would just remaster it, but I know it's like licensed hell. It's like
Yeah.
17
Yeah.
people own it.
They tried doing, I think, a remaster, and it wasn't the same. Like, you need to play it on that N64 controller with that weird ass controller. That's the only way to
I love
play
that
it.
controller.
You
So
probably
Yeah.
stupid.
playing
I
like
love
this,
it so much.
like
Yeah,
a
people
crab.
held it so weird. Like everyone had the certain way they held it. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, but I mean, I got this goodie from one of my favorite games of all time, God of War. So
Still need
Yeah.
to play Ragnarok.
I gotta finish it.
Mhm.
So
You still
I
haven't
just-
finished this game?
man, that was right when the baby was born. And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll put the baby in the baby Bjorn. Like, nope.
Yeah, you
Like-
said it all the time. I was like, you kept on saying that. I was like, well, that's not going to work, bro.
That's like, it
You got
didn't
the
work.
baby Bjorn too, bro.
I had it. He hated it though. He hated it. So
Mhm.
I was like, well, that plan went out the window.
Oh man, I live with it, man. 24/7. I love it.
Mhm.
It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wished he liked it. It'll be a lot easier, but he did not like it, and that just ruined my whole like video game plans. I was like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
so yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Was it Tank favorite GTA 5 character? What are their names now?
Trevor, Michael,
Is that it?
and
Trevor, yeah.
Franklin.
Trevor, Michael, Franklin. Franklin was cool because I think he was the main character for me. Trevor was awesome. Trevor was a character. He was crazy. Yeah, I would put those two up there. You know,
Be curious to see who if they ever made like a GTA movie with those characters, who they get to play Trevor.
I mean, the guy who voiced Trevor looked exactly like Trevor.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane.
I mean, what
Yeah.
rating would it get? I mean, how can you do a GTA movie for real?
Uh-huh.
Well, they technically did. It's called Crank. So
You were not wrong.
There's a lot of GTA movies out there.
There you go.
Crank,
Brian,
Bad
Brian is-
Boys 2. That's
Thank
basically a live action GTA movie.
It is.
Mhm.
There you go. Preston said, "Congrats." There you go.
11 years, man.
Wow.
All you think you had to do is put things in order. Yeah, I heard Tank talking about the turtles. I was like, what? Crazy.
I'm like, wait.
I don't think I've ever
Wait.
committed to anything for 11 years. That's crazy.
You don't commit to it. You just know you can't get out of it. There's nothing you can do. So you just
You're
keep
stuck.
going.
I can get
You're
out
too
of it.
far deep. You're like, oh, that's
Yeah.
it.
You say in too deep. You say, all right, this is my life now. This is what I got.
Was it Barbie will pass the Dark Knight domestically either Sunday or Monday? Wow.
I know, man. It's nuts.
Barbie is just taking over the world.
Yeah, just
That's
killing it.
insane.
And I love it.
And
Yeah, it was a great movie, man. I still think it's great. I mean,
I ordered 3 shirts, so you guys know. I ordered 3 shirts. I'm Knuff. A 2X,
Nice.
two 2Xs, I had 2XLT and a medium for Brandon because he like to have a real tight fitting, so flex.
I want to get the Knuff hoodie.
That's why I ordered.
Nice.
I told him so C2E2 is our Comic-Con in Chicago. And I told Brandon, I'm like, dude, you need to dress up as Ken. Like, just wear the double sunglasses, the big puffy coat, just show off the 12-pack. It was like, have a sign as Casa Dojo Mojo House or whatever the hell it was called.
Something like that. Something great.
You can't say that without me laughing. That's one of the funniest, stupidest things someone could create. It's so good.
It's so good. Did you? Oh, I know I sent it to the group. The whole thing of Barbie is white women's Black Panther. And I'm like,
oh my god,
what? And then
stop.
Oh my god,
stop it. Yeah.
A dude, he broke it down. He goes, oh, I like the movie that does this, this, and this. And he went through all the beats that both of those movies go through. And it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny.
That's terrible.
I think people forget that movie's written by a dude.
Now I'm not going to be able to stop thinking about that.
Greta Gerwig's husband is Noah Baumbach, the guy who he's also the director. He did Marriage Story and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote Barbie.
Well,
that's interesting.
I feel like Greta Gerwig probably feels like Oppenheimer himself now that they're making all these. Now that they're making a Polly Pocket movie with starring Lily Collins to be written and directed by Lena Dunham. Take that how you will.
Doing a Barney movie.
But
Barney?
Yeah, it's starring Daniel Kaluuya.
Daniel Kaluuya,
yeah.
I'm sure she feels like Oppenheimer now. Just I am become Death, the Destroyer of Worlds.
Started all this. I'm excited for the Hot Wheels movie. That shit could be fire. No pun intended.
Yeah,
we've had Hot Wheels movies.
Yeah, we did. So I saw this person. He goes, "Think you should name your baby boy." I say that so often to him, unironically.
Me, I'm waiting for my Mighty Max movie.
Your Mighty Max. Yeah.
I call my daughter's girl all the time. When I'm really mad, girl, get over here.
Yeah. Because like the whole God of War thing, like he was getting like a little loud because he threw out something from the little playpen area. He started crying. I'm like, boy, and he was like, look at he's like, looked at me. It was like, so yeah, but yeah, that's funny. I just need the Kratos paint.
You could do that.
Yeah. Mighty Max. Oh, Mighty Max would be awesome. I thought I was the only one who remembered that. Oh no, man.
Oh, I collected all the Mighty Max sets. I watched the cartoon. Yeah, Mighty Max was my jam.
Yeah. I know I shout this channel out a lot, and I don't know the person or anything like that. It's just a fun channel. Toy Galaxy. Go Toy Galaxy. It is a great channel. And what they do is usually talk about older cartoons, movies, and stuff, and break down the history and everything that happened through it, and a lot of behind the scenes kind of stuff too. And he did one with Mighty Max that was, it brought me back to my childhood. But he does a lot of stuff like that.
The DuckTales, Darkwing Duck, Tailspin one was so good.
Yeah, the whole Duck universe kind of thing. Yeah. One came out today about the 90s animated Spider-Man, which was awesome.
I was watching that earlier.
Did you? Yeah. Yeah.
I watched a little of it.
Yeah, he's super funny. He's been doing it for a while. I can't remember what his name is, but he has like some jokes that are like ongoing jokes that as you watch more videos, you like, and it gets funnier every time because it's just so stupid. But yeah, Toy Galaxy. Himself. Go check out Toy Galaxy. Mm-hmm. It is awesome, especially if you're a fan of like old school stuff, G.I. Joe's, Transformers from back in the day, and they do one with all of the Fox Sunday cartoon morning things, like that whole that whole concept of it and stuff like that. So check it out, man. It is a cool show. You know, that I think it does like two videos a week or something like that, or one weekly. But yeah, go check it out, especially if you're a fan of that. So I think See For Yourself is is like us and a fan of all that old stuff. I call my daughter. Oh, jeez.
Yeah. No. No. Not going. Cancel before we get started.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. Barbie had a bomb and not buying her head skates. This was, yeah. The final episode of Mighty Max was a trip. I don't even remember the final episode. I don't remember.
I don't remember the final episode of a lot of stuff, you know, because when I know it's coming to an end, I'll just stop watching it because I don't want in my mind. If I stop watching, it's always going on still. It's always there perpetuity. Like it's always out there, so I could always just whenever and go visit and see a couple episodes. You know? I've done it with everything I've ever watched. Like the last 3 episodes, I'm not watching because as long as it's still out there, I still have something to watch if I want to.
I know you didn't want to watch the last 3 episodes of The Witcher.
That's exactly what I told you. I was like, if it's still there, Henry Cavill's still my Witcher. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
That's hilarious.
That is funny. But Mighty Max was just the boy version of Polly Pocket. They're just like,
Pretty
this
much
is doing really well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. It was like, this is doing really well with the girls. What about one for the boys? And it was awesome with the cartoon that matched. It was good, but I don't remember how it ended. Although a lot of those cartoons from back then kind of just stopped. They didn't really end. Yeah. So I wonder. I got to check that out. What do we got? I remember Mighty Mouse.
Yeah.
Mighty Mouse is awesome.
To save the day.
Said Tank's son breaks Tank's control. We hear Tank leave the stream and puts Kratos pain. Boy. Yeah. That's why I had to leave for those couple minutes for my son. So I'm excited and worried about the Thunderman's return.
Yeah.
I didn't watch that show. That was way past my childhood. The Thundermans.
You can say
I don't
that,
even
but
know
then
what that is.
didn't we all watch was Avatar? I mean, we watched. There's a lot of things that have gone on, and you end up watching, and next thing you know,
I think Avatar: The Last Airbender was different. I don't know, because that was just a great show.
Awesome show.
Yeah,
So good.
I was watching the other day.
Mm-hmm. It's got a lot of rewatch value.
Oh yeah, it does.
Mm-hmm.
The Thundermans was like a Nickelodeon live action kiddie kind of show about like a superhero family. If you remember, that's why it was like way past when I was like, a kid watching stuff like that. But it was like this.
I remember that. I do remember it, but yeah, I don't think I watched any episodes.
No,
I've seen it, but I never watched it, but I've seen it around.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you guys are making me feel old as fuck right now, man. Like that's like,
Yeah,
I don't know what none of this shit is.
yeah.
Now we're all about the same age. It's just that I was still watching cartoons. I don't know. I use my kids as an excuse, but they're like 1 when they're not watching it. Like why have I seen all five seasons of Miraculous? Not because of my kids. I blame them all the time, but yeah.
That's me with Bluey now. I was like, I ain't gonna watch that, man. It's man, that show is so great. And then a new season, like 12 more episodes came out at the beginning of July, and me and my girlfriend was like, oh, the new Bluey's out. She's like, oh yeah, I didn't watch it. I wanted to wait for you. And they were great. They were great episodes.
Oh my god,
so,
that was us with Elena of Avalor.
Mm-hmm.
And every time it came out, we were like, "Oh, we gotta go watch it." And the girls were like, we're tired of watching it. And it's like, "Oh no, you're gonna sit down, you're gonna watch this."
You don't got no choice.
Yeah.
The mandatory family meeting.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. That's funny.
Sit down and smile. Enjoy it.
Yeah, I already said that one. Brian versus Liam's Geralt coming to season 4 of The Witcher. That's
I think I'll be Liam. I got him. I'll make my own elixir. Get the little the thing. I mean, really, it was just crack. So right, the elixir was just crack.
Witcher crack.
That was it. He went crazy. That's what it was.
Also, Avatar: The Last Airbender is an accomplishment.
Sure
you
is.
are 100% correct.
Sure is.
What do you guys think about the live action that is coming out on Netflix? How do you guys feel about that?
It'll be hard to be even worse. You have to put in a lot of effort to be even worse than what M. Night Shyamalan did.
You can't. M. Night Shyamalan's professional.
What's that?
Professional at effing up all type of stuff. He's so good at it.
He really is. We'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna remain open-minded about it. I did kind of lose a little bit of hope when I heard that the creators of the original show abandoned the project due to creative differences.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So hopefully whoever's in charge just does it justice. I like the casting. I like those set pictures that came out a couple weeks ago. I like that they're not whitewashing the cast.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice start.
M. Night Shyamalan wanted it both ways, dude. He wanted to like go with authentic Asian pronunciations for the characters, but then he goes and casts, let's face it, the whitest people he could find.
That worked. I mean, that's exactly how he went. I mean, he knows how to ruin things, so just let him do it. He's professional. He knows how.
I'm looking forward to seeing more, and I really hope the martial arts are on point, and they really do like the different martial arts according to different to different vendors, that sort of thing, and the different nations.
Yeah, I heard they got the person who helped create the whole styles. Like he's on there, like part of the crew, helping out and teaching the actors, which is cool. But
it's kind of hard to
Zuko starts out with his top knot this time.
It's just hard to recapture lightning in a bottle. I mean, when no one knew what you were getting when they first came out. No one knew. I was passing by and saw these DVDs and grabbed them and like, this is the greatest thing ever. No one knew what it was. And it's hard to recapture that in live action, no matter what you do. It doesn't matter if it's The Little Mermaid, Lion King. It doesn't matter what you do. It's hard to recapture those moments. So, I mean, I'm hoping for it. I'm optimistic, but I'm also knowing the facts are it's probably not going to happen. It's not going to be what I like.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's going to be for a new generation.
Mm-hmm.
Just like this One Piece show, there's gonna be younger people than us and their 14-year-olds. This is gonna be their introduction to the anime or the animation. Because Avatar: Last Airbender, as much as we loved it, it wasn't as popular as we think it was.
Yeah,
it wasn't a worldwide or maybe even United States wide phenomenon. That's why it came out so inconsistent. That's why they didn't like doing a bunch of spin-offs and bunch of merch all the time. It did really, really great, but
it didn't have a good merchandise following.
Yeah. No, and that is a thing. Like Young Justice got canceled, or
couple times
aside because people are watching it like crazy, but no one's buying the toys and the merch, and like that's what mattered to them when it comes to animated. It's like, okay, yeah, y'all watching it, but we don't get big advertisement on this. You guys got to go buy the merch, and no one was doing that.
Are you a fan of Avatar: Last Airbender, Sergio?
Sorry, was that, buddy?
Are you a fan of the Avatar: Last Airbender stuff?
I never got into any of the anime, anything like that. I mean, I don't really have, I guess, a horse in the race when it comes to Avatar. But I mean, I caught what you said about the original creator having left the show because he created. I mean, that to me is a massive red flag. I mean, we're talking about the creators here, right? At the end of the day, it's their baby. So for them to leave something, like, it's got to be pretty drastic in terms of the difference in visions, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, but again, I'm not too familiar with the IP, but I caught that, and that to me was like, oh, that's interesting. I mean, you know,
Mhm.
right? As a fan, if I were a fan, I'd be like, oh, I don't know, that's
I think that was
worrisome,
yeah,
maybe,
that's exactly what they said. They were like, I don't know. I don't know what's
Yeah.
gonna happen with this.
Because they have to add more in between stuff. So it's gonna tell the story that the anime is told, but now they need to put more filler in to make it a longer run.
Right.
So, and I think that's where they're having a lot of issues with, so which kind of sucks. But
Too bad.
yeah, but this all of this happening kind of proved to the creators that like people still want more of Avatar, and now they have their Avatar Studios or whatever it's called, and
we're getting animated
we're
movies.
getting so much. We're getting animated movies. We're getting another like a third iteration of the Airbender, or not the Airbender, but the Avatar.
Avatar.
Of the Earth Kingdom. So which is gonna be awesome. And then we're getting more story from Aang. Like in between story between him and Katara. So it's like we're getting a lot of cool stuff that they're going to be coming out with, which is super cool. So
This is
Sergio,
all
I recommend
consolation prize
Avatar to you.
for the M. Night Shyamalan movie. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
No, but I gotta say, I agree with Zach. Sergio, if you ever get a chance to watch, like even from the beginning, it holds up today. Like,
Yeah?
you start
Anime,
watching, and all
by
of a
the
sudden,
way. It's American animation.
it's anime. Yeah, it's American.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, 3 seasons. It's not. I think it
not
ended
long.
a little earlier, but by then Nickelodeon was like, "All right, finish up. We're done with you," and they didn't know what they had. You know what I mean? So
DVD sales
Okay.
went through the roof, and all of a sudden they realized that older people were loving it so much that it wasn't kids that were following it; it was everybody else.
that third
You know what?
season was great.
You know what, bro? I'm gonna give it a shot. In all honesty, in all sincerity, I'll check out at least a couple episodes. So you guys said this is an American anime?
Yeah.
It's made by Americans. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's
I
not
didn't know
really
that.
anime. I know I've
Yeah.
got a bunch of different anime. It's American animation. It's just it's
Oh,
about
okay.
the Asian area, so that's why it kind of looks kind of like
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Indians and like some of the native people are the
Yeah,
characters
yeah.
there.
Okay.
But it's made by like 2 white guys.
Oh, what?
No,
No.
isn't one of them like is Asian, isn't he?
Maybe.
I don't know, but like
Yeah.
I always thought, like there's the Fire Nation, like they dive it a little bit into their backstory, and once they did, I was like, it reminded me of like Aztec and Mayan kind of stuff,
Yeah.
the designs and when they go to the ruins and stuff. I'm like, oh shit, like that's kind of cool,
Yeah.
It definitely took inspiration from different cultures like that.
Yeah,
And made its own thing.
Okay.
yeah.
Look at that. Two white guys borrowing.
Maybe one Asian guy, one white guy. I might be wrong about that, but I just know it's like
Yeah.
they're American.
Yeah,
creators.
that's cool.
They are American.
Check
Yeah,
it out. Check it out.
yeah, they're American. Yeah, but I don't know if they.
I mean, so Rotten Tomatoes has it as 100. IMDb has a 9.3 out of 10.
Mhm.
This is a lot of verified people. I mean, it's serious. It's legit.
So it's an all timer.
And when
Yeah.
listen, you guys said it's only 3 seasons, so that's like
Yeah.
that's
You can watch
not too bad.
You can
Yeah.
watch
And
it
it's
quickly.
not
Yeah.
even a 22 episode thing. I think it's like what 12, 15.
Yeah. Oh, that's
No.
okay. I could probably.
I think it's like 20 something each.
No,
each
there's
It is
season.
20 something.
Yeah,
each?
season
Really?
1 is 20 episodes. Season 2 is 20 episodes. Season 3 is 21 episodes.
They got
Okay.
one
See, I'm
extra
okay
One
with
has
that.
100%.
So anytime people recommend anime to me, they're like okay, how many seasons, how many episodes? Oh, like 300 and some. I my guy, are you okay? Does it look like I got time for 300 plus episodes? Yo.
Yeah. I remember
That's why
asking my
people
sister,
say,
'cause I'm
"Watch
like,
One Piece." I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm good.
they're like, oh, watch One Piece. I'm like, okay, yeah, but it doesn't get good until about episode 100. I was like, what?
No.
I was watching Bleach.
Come on.
And I got to episode 35, and I was like, I don't like this. And it was like, oh, give it 30 more episodes. I was like, what?
That's what I'm
I
saying, bro.
I
Like,
said
that's
something else. But I'm not
crazy.
gonna say that on y'all stream. And I was
That's
like,
that's
no,
wild to me. That's
no,
wild.
I'm good.
Listen, you guys are you're talking to someone like whether it's comics or like TV or even film. If I'm not feeling like a comic after the first issue, drop. If I'm not feeling a TV show after like the first episode, drop. You know, maybe I'll give it 2. Like a movie, like I'm not one to like I'll be like 5-10 minutes. Like I've legit it's been 2 minutes into the movie. Now this is garbage. Forget it, man. Like I've got like a quick hook. So like when someone tells me, oh, like no, just give it like 30 more episodes. I'm like, yo, you're a madman. What's wrong with you? Like, come on now. No, but okay, no, I'll give Avatar, and I might have to report back to you guys. And
watch the first episode. I think you might get hooked just by the first one.
Yeah, I think the premise itself just hooks you. It's a little, but the premise is really good.
I'm actually excited. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna check it out.
It's good.
Definitely.
It's good because at first
I'm
you're
excited
like,
to hear
it's a
this
little
review
kiddie.
now.
Yeah, at first it's like for me it's like kiddie, but it's not really for kids because the whole premise behind it. But then was like episode 3 maybe. And you're like, oh, you're diving into some deep shit. Like, does Nickelodeon know? I was like, this doesn't seem like a Nickelodeon show.
Nickelodeon watched the pilot and said, "Oh yeah, we'll put it on." Yeah. And then all of a sudden, it's episode 3, and we're like, "Damn!" Angus gotta go get what? He has to kill the fight. What? He has to learn and master this stuff. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. I watch it. Me and my girlfriend watch it whenever we're bored. We're like, oh, hey, let's watch it again. In a week. Yeah.
Hey, I got a question for Sergio since he's over here. So I've been reading this Indigo Children thing. This is number 5. Have you been? Yeah, you been enjoying it? Okay.
Oh my god! Oh, I said it on the show. Issue number 1 of Indigo Children was some of the best stuff I've read all year, man. Like it
intrigued me. That's what it was. From the beginning, it pulled me in. I didn't know what the hell was going on. So I need to read more to figure out what the hell is happening. Yeah. So
it's great. I'm glad to see you picking up the writer Kurt Pierce. I just booked him on the show for early September, so he'll be on, man. Yeah. Cool guy, Yeah, man. But Indigo Children, man, that's some good stuff. Definitely recommend it, man. Yeah, everybody.
I've been reading that. I read The Expanse. Yeah. I've been reading all the Dawn of DC stuff, all this stuff,
Okay.
I picked this up. I don't know if you guys see it. The
Children
of the Comet. And I was worried about that it was too much like the Children of the Black Sun. And reading it does have a very similar premise, so I don't know if I'm going to continue with that at all. But you know what? I try to pick things up and just if I like it, I like it. Philadelphia, I'm still reading it, even though there's some episodes, some issues that I'm just like, all right, that's too much.
Yeah. So hold on, you finally started with Philadelphia, bro?
Yeah,
oh my god!
Yeah,
aren't they on like 30 or something by now?
It's
I
think it is 30. Because I'm on 14 right now, but I have all of them. So I bought all of them. I'm just reading through it.
Yeah.
Wow.
There you go. Yeah, for sure. You see for yourself. You gotta go check out House of Nerd. Then it sounds like everything they do is right up your alley. So
yeah.
So,
I would shout out See for yourself. He's an awesome channel. I just collabed with him.
Yes. Yes, I actually we invited him on ours, so hopefully pretty soon we get to bring him on. But See for yourself was great. His Go Woke, Go Broke about the Spider-Man thing was a great video. You watched it today? I think it was what, a week old at this point, maybe or so.
It got like 1.5K views.
Yeah, it's a great video, and I think that was the one where I'm like, oh man, I like it. I like what you do there, man. So yeah.
I'm gonna sum up. What does See for Yourself do? What is he into? Like
movies, mostly movies.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of movies and stuff like that.
His shows, trailer reactions, movie discussion, movie reviews.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, man.
Yeah. But yeah, his Spider-Man, the Go Woke, Go Broke kind of one. I think that was the title of it. Or that was great.
It's like Go Woke. He said Spider-Man proves that you can go woke and don't go broke or something like that.
Yeah, something along that.
That's kind of like the premise. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a great video, man.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Go check it out. Yeah. So hopefully, I know I reached out to see for yourself. So I know you mentioned back. I haven't got a chance to read it. I'm sorry, man, but hopefully we have you come on.
I'm gonna have him on my. We're doing a movie that made us as well.
Nice.
Oh, that's gonna be cool.
Nice.
I'll
Yeah.
check that out. Too.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's like
I
you get
saw
to know
on
who
it.
the person is when you do that, Zach. It's like you start to understand who this person really is and why they like the things that they like. You know,
Mhm.
I think that's really
And the
cool.
personality, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm preparing so I can interview
Yeah.
famous people.
That'd be awesome. That's the way to do it, man. Look at E-Man's.
Yeah.
E-Man's movie reviews.
E-Man is blowing up like crazy.
Yeah, he's on red carpets now, interviewing directors and
When I go to see movie
writers.
and Regals, they have a section with 3 YouTubers that are talking about the newest movies that are coming out. That I just watched them on YouTube like a couple years ago when they just started. That's
Oh
crazy.
shit, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. But you, I mean, what you doing over there, Zach? Man, like I said, you're killing it, man.
I love what you do, man.
Yeah. So,
I got
man.
one more question. Hold on.
What you got?
What about this one? This is Frank Miller's Ronin
Oh,
book
Frank
2.
Miller.
This Ronin. Has anyone been reading this thing? First of all, Frank Miller is off the fucking chain. I just gotta say it. He is like the best at doing this stuff. Like,
Flowers.
he is. The animation style is amazing. I mean, it is really sweet. So if you guys check this out, I've been intrigued so much by it. Just it's so cool, very dark, just all black and white. It's been just hitting me in the face. So I mean, this is what I do. You know, I'm just sitting there. I've been stuck in Florida for 2 weeks. I've just been reading. Just
Catching
go
up.
over, catching up on everything.
I love it, man. I love it. Hey, have you seen Frank Miller's variants for like the Marvel stuff, like the
Yeah.
Wolverine? And there's been a lot of hate
I haven't seen.
on his line of variant cards, but I don't know, man. I'm digging him, like the Wolverine one. You know, I think it's cool. I mean, like, this is Frank Miller. I'm not sure what folks are expecting.
He's
from
going to
him,
do his
you know?
style. It's going to be Frank Miller's style.
That's what I'm
So you just
saying,
know.
you know.
But people just like they don't understand.
Yeah. I mean, Frank Miller is like, I start to realize, like, as
Thank you,
I got
Chris.
older, yeah, man, there you go. As I got older, I'm like, oh, I was into Frank Miller before I even knew I was into Frank Miller.
Was.
You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
RoboCop, he wrote RoboCop. You know, it's like I love RoboCop. You know, like
Yeah.
that Wolverine book. I can't think of the run, but I love that comic book as a kid. You know, it was like it was one of my favorite. It was like bringing your favorite thing to school to take a picture with. It's
Yeah.
me holding my Wolverine comic, like legit. Like I gotta find it. I gotta find it. You know, like me in a stupid fucking sweater vest, like like holding my Wolverine.
Okay.
You know, I was like it's how much I loved it. And then years later, I found out like, oh, it's the Frank Miller book. I'm like, oh shit. You know, so Frank Miller's that dude that's like, before I even knew I loved Frank Miller, I love Frank Miller. So yeah. So
I knew you and loved you before I met you.
exactly.
I don't know. My last thing I've been reading is this thing. This has been pretty cool. But Black Hammer.
Oh yeah.
This
Drop
is
them in.
volume 1. Whoa.
Yeah, man.
Whoa. Like
Yeah.
this is serious,
Okay.
man. So when I
Have you been
finished it,
reading? Have you been reading like the spin-offs and all of that stuff too, as well, or?
I've been
It's
pulling up,
crazy.
grabbing as much as I could. And then what I do is I look on the internet, for what other things I can put my hands on just to see what type of
Yeah.
style this really is going, because
Yeah.
it kind of gives me insight before I read the next thing that they do. So
Mhm.
it's real cool. And it's so funny because I always check out the houseofnerdshow.com before I do anything. I'm like, let me see if you guys got something on this.
Hey, much love, brother. I appreciate that, brother.
I was like, as long as I'm
Well,
buying all these comics, I'll keep you in business. Don't worry about it. It's
I
me.
appreciate it.
just Brian alone.
Oh man.
See yourself. I had Ronin on the shelf for a while. I need to read it. Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was like. I want to read it, but I feel like I'm so far behind now. That I was like, oh man, like I gotta play catch up, and I always feel defeated before I even start.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad. I mean, you can catch up quickly.
Well, one thing with having a newborn is now like it's almost inadvertently. So I've stopped my pull. Like,
Mhm.
now it's only very few. I'm so selective, so I'm able to catch up. On like my stacks of comics that I've just been kind of. Um, yeah, yeah.
I don't know if anyone really understands how expensive having a kid is. I mean, you two understand, but it is ridiculous, guys. It's on a different level. Like man, they just to eat, for them to breathe, cost you thousands of dollars for
I
them to
couldn't
breathe.
believe what formula cost these days.
Formula is insane.
What? I said, excuse me, sir.
Said,
Watch your mouth.
This can't last 2 days.
Yeah,
Excuse me, sir.
I couldn't believe it. I said, you're vulgar. You're being vulgar right now. Okay. I guess my kids got to eat, man. But, oh, man.
It's so funny when you look at your kids. I guess you're gonna eat. I'm not, but I guess you're gonna eat. This is all we got.
You take some of that powder for yourself and sprinkle it out.
How's it taste? I don't know. This ain't that bad.
It ain't that bad. Yeah, man. That formula is crazy. The first time I got that bill, we had got 5 bottles, and we walked in like, $120. I was like, what? It's like, we're gonna put 2 of those back for now. Like, we're gonna get grandma and grandpa to buy those.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That is crazy, man.
And we've been having shortages up here too. I don't know if you guys are feeling it down there, but like up here, we like short, like the shelves are empty. Like you have to like. So when you find it, you have to stock up on it, and then it's like, oh man, and then like you guys.
They only let me buy depending on where it's at, but like Target is like 3 or 4 at a time. Like I can't buy more
limited
than
3s, but I've seen that Target now. Limited 3.
Oh, there's a limit of 2 over here. So I mean, it's
damn.
Yeah.
I gotta walk out the store, throw on a wig, come back in, and it's crazy, bro. Good day, sir. And
That's funny.
it's wild, yo.
Yeah, it is crazy. Yeah, so you definitely have to be more mindful of the money you spent. Like when I go to the comic book store and I drop $80, I was like, damn, you tend to forget. But
Man, when I was collecting, the amount of money I was spending every week was insane. Because I was doing Image, Marvel, and DC, buying everything Spider-Man, everything Batman, everything Superman, everything Flash, everything. I was just like, this is too much.
Yeah.
No, I give myself a limit. I was listening to Elle. She was like, "Yeah, I only spend this much money now." That's why I was like, you know what? Weekly, I'm not spending over $60, which is still too much money.
It's a lot, so yeah, it is, dude.
But like, it goes so fast.
Up, bro. Yeah. I think at my peak, I was doing like, and hopefully the wife is not watching. I was doing like 150 on certain weeks, man. Like it was just. Dude,
you watch this like this is why we could go on vacation.
like a slow week was like 90, and it would be like up to 150. So
wow, man.
I was like, and I'm just like, okay, I need to chill, and then the stack of like ones that I wasn't even able to read and stuff, so it was just getting higher and higher. So I was like, okay, all right, let me take this opportunity to just like, really curate my pull list to like the absolute, things that I need to have as a physical. And the other thing too, I mean, I've been fortunate that we get from most of the major publishers, we get press releases, right, and advanced review copies and stuff. So, I mean, I've been able to enjoy comics that way. So thank God, man. Otherwise, I'd be in a difficult position right now.
That's why I told you when I started watching you guys again, I was like, man, I got to start doing this again, because when I had kids for like 6 years, nothing. You can't spend money like that. So it's just like, I stopped everything, so I was like, okay, now it's okay. Now I'm splurging a little bit.
You gotta treat yourself, baby.
Yeah. If only you saw what was over here, guys. It's so bad right now. I'm looking at like
a stack.
Tank was telling us earlier you had to get a new suitcase just bro. Oh my god.
It's so funny because I gave him the person I went with. I was like, "Hey, this is your other carry-on. Oh no, your other checked-in bag." So he could check his 2 bags in for free, and one was mine, just full of stuff. It's so bad. My wife just looked at me and was like, "Really?" And I was like, "Happy anniversary." She's like, "None of that stuff's for me, right?" Like, no, none of it's for you.
Just put her name on it. It's like from Ashley's.
Yeah,
Close enough.
it's Spider-Man. Why the hell you gave me a Spider-Man?
It was like the bowling ball with Homer.
Exactly. I'm never gonna use this. Dog. That's so funny. Man.
So you're gonna start collecting Funkos. Like, I'm taking this.
You might have to start. That's the only way to get some stuff. You know.
That's funny. And Brandon David said, "What monkey y'all get in?" I do. Kendall Mill.
Kendall Mill. Okay.
That's funny.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. And he goes, "Dude, I'm just going to Dollar Tree for my kids."
Oh shit.
Man.
Even Dollar Tree's not a Dollar Tree anymore. It's $1.25 tree.
I know. It's like $1.25, and you tax me more, bro.
Once they raise the price of Arizona's, that's when I know the world's ending.
Yep. Man, it's not 99 cents no more.
Do you guys have Dollarama in the States? Or no? It's like Dollar Tree, but it's dollar. So up here, they're starting to sell trade paperbacks, and you can find like full volumes for like $3-4, and it's great.
Really?
So if you have something similar in the States, man, like yeah, and like good volumes. We're talking about like DC, Marvel, great runs, man. So, so you're not a bad way for someone to kind of add to their collection. I mean, you can't go wrong. $4 for a trade versus like 25, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tank finds all type of great things and it makes me mad all the time.
He was showing us earlier. Yeah.
Like, half price book. You bought that for $5. I bought that same book for $30. What the hell?
Well, he's got I showed him my Kingdom Come poster.
Yep.
They all lost their
Beautiful.
Like how?
Oh,
How?
man.
Yep. Yeah,
Just wait till I get Tank to put all this stuff out. He has so much nice stuff. I can't wait.
Eventually, it's gonna come on. There you go. I mean, I might need to take a drive.
Hey, make your way across the border, my man, for sure.
They closed Dollarama.
Looks like I got a couple people to visit in Canada now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mauricio and Zach Mill.
There you go.
Yeah.
Bud.
They're good.
You guys are ever? Hey, listen, I'm just gonna put it out that you guys are ever in the Toronto area, man. First rounds on me, drinks are on me, my man.
It's literally one of my favorite places to go. I've been to when I go to Niagara Falls. Usually I go up north. I go Toronto and then across.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because Toronto's just like Chicago. It's awesome. It's beautiful.
Really?
Yeah, it's so cool. There's so many things that are filmed in Toronto that are supposed to be Chicago all the time.
Oh yeah.
It looks exactly the same.
I think wasn't it Adventures in Babysitting?
Adventures
the classic '80s.
Yes.
It's filmed in Toronto, but set in Chicago, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we love it. Love it up here, man.
Yeah, that's cool. I know we got.
I heard you guys talking about Batman.
Oh no.
No, we're not. We're not. We're not. We're end the show right now. Yep. Hey, what did the comment say? What time is it? All right, so it's kind of late for you guys, right?
It's definitely late. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was on the East Coast all that time. It was hard. That last half an hour, I was like, all right, guys.
Yeah. Now you know how I be feeling.
I was like, man, this is how Zach feels. Yeah, I understand now.
So, Preston, I saw all your keep, watch, or burn questions. I marked them all, but we'll end the show off with one of them.
Okay.
I'm looking at which one is going to be good. Let's see. I think this. You know what? Let's go with this one. I think this might be. Oh, fuck. Of course, I undid it.
I saw the stars go from.
It went from 4 to 5.
Shit, wrong button. But he here he said. So keep. Oh, here we go. That's randomly found it. Keep, watch, or burn. Blue Beetle, Five Nights at Freddy, and The Creator. So these are all upcoming movies that are coming out. You have to keep one, watch one, and then burn one. What are you doing? We'll start with Brandon. I haven't heard you talking in a while, man. Make sure you're still awake.
Oh no, I'm definitely still awake. Just multitasking between this and folding my laundry. I'd say
They're all muscle shirts.
Say what?
So they're all muscle shirts.
Pulls them down, and it's like this little pocket. Like, how the hell's that shirt?
I would keep. Oh, this is a tough one.
Yeah, that's why I was like, it's a pretty good one.
I'd say I'd keep. I'd keep Blue Beetle. I'd watch Five Nights at Freddy's, and I'd probably burn the creator in that order. So,
Okay.
and that was a tough one because I am kind of interested in the creator because I like the director, but Five Nights at Freddy's, that's coming out in October, Halloween season, one of my favorite times of the year, so I definitely must watch that. Blue Beetle, I have reasonably high hopes for, so yeah, I'd keep that one too. So yeah, I'm the least invested in the creator at this point.
Okay. I can see that. But okay. All right. Sergio, what about you, man?
I'll keep Blue Beetle. I'll keep my man Jaime Reyes. Gotta show him love. I'll watch Five Nights at Freddy only because my middle son he's a big fan of the IP. Many a nights telling him to like, yo, you need to leave it alone, bro. Go to sleep. So now I'm finally curious to see what it's all about. And burn creator. Now, in fairness to the creator, I'm not sure what that is. So I said, all right, let's burn it. Yeah. So if anyone wants to clue me in onto what the creator is, it'd be cool, man.
It's basically I won't read it. It says specialist agent Joshua is recruited to find a weapon that could end the war against robots. And this thing that he finds is a little child that is also a robot but looks human.
Yeah.
And like this could end all the world. So,
yeah, John David Washington.
Yeah.
He's the main character.
One.
Oh, really, eh?
Yeah, director of Rogue One. Like, it looks good. The trailers look really good, but yeah, humans versus robots and stuff.
Sounds interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like the premise is I got kicked off again.
No.
No. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. You froze.
Am I back?
There you go.
Okay.
What you got, Zach? Then you might as well be
my turn.
Yeah.
No, because the last thing I heard was Sergio talking, and I was just gone. I am keeping Blue Beetle, watching the creator, and Friday Night at Freddy can burn.
Yeah, burn that much, man. It's like just
put it at the bottom of the dumpster, throw some oil, put some more stuff on top of it, throw the
burn it, throw the ashes and burn the ashes.
Warm me up before I go watch Blue Beetle.
All right, Brian, what you got?
It's pretty simple for me, guys. Everyone knows me. I'm not doing any scary movie, so where I'm burning. Anything scary, done. And then I'll keep Blue Beetle and watch the creator.
Okay. And yeah, I'm about the same mode. Keep Blue Beetle. Gotta support Jaime Reyes, Zolo. Gonna watch the creator because I'm digging everything that's going on. The director, the actor, the trailers look great. And as much as I am pretty hyped about Five Nights at Freddy, out of these three though, I would have to burn it.
We're sci-fi fans though, Tank. That's probably why. We like the idea of all that stuff.
Yeah.
This is new and original sci-fi. It's not based on a book.
Yeah.
It's like just an idea someone came up with.
Yeah. Like I like horror, but I think I like sci-fi more than I like horror. I I like when they combine the two.
Ooh.
Damn, those are awesome. Those are
Like Annihilation.
awesome. Annihilation, Alien. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Hey,
original.
yo, the last voyage of Demeter had some alien vibes. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
The first one, yeah.
I
It
do
looks
want to
scary.
watch it.
But you know what? I'm not afraid of things that are like. I'm not gonna be afraid of Dracula. I'm afraid of like a ghost or a demon. Dracula, I'm good with.
Like I'd
I think
stab
you'll
you.
like it.
You'd be done.
Yeah, like, I'll stab you. It's fine. Yeah, if as long as I can kill you with my hands, we good.
Yeah. Then let's see what we've got. So see for yourself said, watch Creator, keep Blue Beetle, burn Five Nights at Freddy. Okay. Brandon Davis said that's easy for me. Keep Creator, watch Five Nights at Freddy's, and
Yeah, you know about Blue Beetle with him.
You
Bro.
didn't even mention it.
You know him.
Yo.
in his mind, it's already burned. It's like,
Oh my god, he's killing me with these tapes. Oh.
Hey, this is Brandon, man. That's funny. He's hilarious.
oh man, yeah. Is that horror geek? As a horror fan, I'm simply not burning a potential big horror film. Yep. So
I'm
he's
on that.
he's
like your whole thing.
yep. I see that. Dang Zach, just hating on it. 5 keeps, boy, yeah, smoking. You know what? One of us is gonna be right, man. Either we're gonna be right that it's a great movie, or you're gonna be right with it being a bad movie.
I think we're all gonna be right because I think it's gonna be a good movie that no one watches.
That's what it's gonna bomb. It's gonna. I still under the impression it's gonna bomb. It's not gonna get the numbers it needs, but it's gonna be a good movie.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to do anything great box office wise.
Mhm.
I mean, look at the Flash, guys. I mean, I
Exactly.
say it again. The movie was not bad. Just it has the worst numbers of all time.
Crazy. Yeah.
Look at everything it had working against it.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not. It's its own fault, but yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blue Beetle just doesn't have any promotion.
Yeah, man. And the strike just double makes that even worse. So you can't promote it now. But Horror Geek, those animatronics always get burned in the game, and somehow you keep coming back. That's why I just burn them again. It comes back. Don't worry.
Exactly. It won't
Come
matter.
Yeah. Were they on like 6, 7 different Five Nights at Freddy's at this point? Annihilation, that was the worst shit ever
Oh
on
my
film.
god, this guy.
Wow.
The complete opposite. Annihilation is
This is the second time this happened. These same 2 people a minute apart.
Annihilation was pretty good, but I can see why a lot of people don't like it because I know a lot of people
it's
that just don't
artsy.
like it. Yeah.
It's artsy.
And then we'll end with Preston. Preston said, keep Blue Beetle, watch Five Nights at Freddy's, and burn the Creator. So, okay. I mean,
No, I will say I didn't know what the Creator was until you guys clued me in. But I almost want to switch. I almost want to. I'd watch that one for sure.
watch that one.
The
'Cause I'm a sci-fi guy as well, right? And then you
Yeah.
got the names you got attached to them. I'm like, okay, that sounds like.
And
that
the
sounds like
VFX
it'd be dope,
actually look
too.
really good.
Yeah,
Yeah?
the graphics looks really good.
Yeah.
Watch the trailer when you get a chance.
Oh,
Yeah.
as soon as we're done here, I'm watching that trailer. 100%. Man.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's a good trailer.
Yeah.
Cool,
Y'all
man.
want to
Yeah,
talk Gal Gadot before we go, or no?
man. I kind of. I mean, it's up to you guys, man. It's almost midnight for us.
You know,
It's gonna
I'm
be like
good.
1
It's up to
o'clock in
you
the morning
guys.
for you guys.
Yeah, I could do one more topic and then.
Okay. Everyone's cool with that. All right. Yeah, we'll do with it. I mean, that whole watch burn keep is gonna be a whole segment on its own. 'Cause I love Preston always brings those up, which is great. But cool. Yeah, let's talk about this Gal Gadot real quick because everyone's talking about it. So I don't know how you guys had it, but for me in the morning, I'm on Twitter and everyone's saying that James Gunn and Peter Safran told Gal Gadot that they are going to make a Wonder Woman 3. Don't worry, they're in good hands. That's what supposedly Gal Gadot told during an interview. So I'm like, oh shit, what does this mean? What's going to happen? Now, towards the end of the day, after I did my work and I'm sitting back on my computer waiting to clock out, I go back on Twitter and it's like, oh no, that's all wrong. There is not going to be a Wonder Woman 3. Like Safran and Gunn were like, no. Like we're moving past that. This happened all in a day.
Yeah,
So-
and if they're starting with a clean slate, why would there be a third Wonder Woman? If you're going to start with a clean slate, start with a clean slate.
But they're
Like
not
I
starting with a
told
clean
you
slate,
guys
though.
the other day, but none of you wanted to listen to me.
You've been right about everything, Brandon.
I know.
'Cause they're doing an Amanda Waller show. That's
You've
not a
been right
clean
one
slate.
time.
Yeah, they're not doing a full clean slate, which kind of
Peacemaker season 2 is coming. It's not a clean slate.
yeah. It's a semi clean with a few
Yeah,
crumbs
it's
left over.
Soft reboot.
I don't know. Yeah,
I believe Gal Gadot more because the second report is sources, and I'm like, oh, I don't know, you didn't give me a name. Like last time when it was Jay Olivia, I was like, oh, this is like a direct guy who's like been in the space. So now I'm like, okay, but Gal Gadot doubled down. Like I can't see why Gal Gadot would double, triple down on this if then she wasn't told this. Like I can see her being told this, like how we were told Ben Affleck was going to direct a movie, and then he said, "F out of here."
Mhm.
I can see she was told, like, yeah, we're gonna do Wonder Woman 3 with you. Patty's out. I'll find something and we'll work closely with you. And then in the back of their head, like, yeah, we're not actually gonna do that.
You know, you tell someone, hey, give me your number. I'll call you back. No, I promise you, I will call you. This is not one of those times where I'm not going to call you. I'm going to call you, girl. And then you walk out, you get in your car, you throw the number on the floor. I think that's what happened. They're like, oh, yeah, we got you. Wonder Woman 3. We got you. Gal. Come on, gal. We ain't going to replace you. We ain't replacing you. And then she walked out the office and they just went.
That's gonna be a bad start to this. Getting actors after that's not his friends.
I told you.
Yeah.
And this is what I said specifically on Monday. There's going to be actresses and actors that are not going to like him if they do this, and there are going to be people that are going to side with her.
Oh yeah,
this is what's going to happen.
I've never heard anything bad about Gal Gadot.
Find one. People are not going to want to be Wonder Woman. Other women are not going to do it just because of this stuff. So,
I mean, but now it's
Pay
like
someone enough money, they'll do it.
Yeah, I still think so.
Somebody will.
You know, it's gonna be, now that he keeps his mouth shut, but now other people are talking. I was like, he just can't win. James Gunn cannot win at this point. It's like he finally is not talking and he's keeping his mouth shut, and then
I just wish they would just announce stuff, man. Like this just won't happen. Just go. Don't tell us the writers. Obviously, you can't do that, but just tell us the plan and just go, so we can stop with all this. Who's coming back? I'm so tired of their drama being around DC. I just want great movies and then have conspiracy theories about what's coming next. That's positive. Not worry about who's writing, who's directing, is a character coming back because we don't know if they're I just want to know that the universe is established and we're going, what's the next movie they're gonna do? And that's it. I'm tired of this already. It didn't even start yet.
Yeah. And part of it is these insider people, like I saw the second one where they're like, everything that we said earlier that they're making Wonder Woman is not true, was from like discussing films on Twitter and a bunch of other and a bunch of other kind of places where I was like the other one is like Gal Gadot said that, like that's they quoted her for saying
in Variety. That's like
in Variety.
I hate Variety.
Yeah, but at least they're more.
No,
I don't say they're not trustworthy. Yeah, they're bigger than like discussing films that might just say something out of their ass.
It's one of the big trades: Variety, Hollywood Reporter, and all those places.
So and the bigger ones were saying that in the morning, and then these other smaller places were like, no, it's not true. I mean, does James Gunn come on and say something, or does he just like let it be for now? Because he just keeps saying, he goes, Superman's gonna be the first movie. Like, stop. Superman's gonna be the first movie. And it's like, they're not even thinking about Wonder Woman right now. It's not in his little 10 project
not
slate.
Thinking about the Justice League 7.
Yeah, with the exception of that Themyscira show that he's talking about doing.
Yeah. But that's a prequel, isn't it, or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's before Wonder Woman's time.
Yeah. So,
which I'm like, I don't need that either.
Yeah,
Move forward.
I don't need it. Like, give us the characters we want to see.
Yes,
So
I just want to see the 7 Justice League member movies, and then give me a goddamn Justice League movie. I don't want the Authority and the Creature Commandos and the Swamp Things and like those are cool
Hey,
characters.
still on Swamp Thing.
Don't
Swamp
talk
Thing
dirty
is
about
cool.
Swamp Thing.
I'm not talking to. I didn't say he's not a great character. I just don't want him right now.
I want him
Shouldn't
right
be
now. I
original
want
There's
Justice
a
always
League.
room for Swamp Thing.
Man, yeah.
Oh, okay, guys.
There's always room for Swamp
I
Thing.
think
Yeah.
I'm kind of
100%.
interested because you know, DC has just been coasting on Batman for all these years, so it will be nice to kind of show more you know, kind of expose more casual audiences to some of the more obscure characters. There's other characters out there in DC. DC's got a wealth of great content. So I am kind of open, even though I was never, admittedly, I'm not gonna lie and pretend like I was a reader of the Authority, because I wasn't, nor was I a reader of Creature Commandos. But I am open to more obscure content.
I
But
don't know if you have the time to do the obscure. So that I don't agree with Swamp Thing with Zach, but everything else he said, I agree with. Like, you don't have time. You have DC has to establish something. You've been in the crapper for too long. It's awful. And you have the best characters, and you know you can do good storytelling because look at the animated stuff. Everything animated is amazing. So you have all these things that are positive, but you can't get out your own damn way. So
They keep promising all these things, like we're getting animated movies in the theaters. I'm just like, bro, what?
Yeah. And then it's all gonna be together. You know, if you voice Superman, you're also gonna voice him in the video game and in the animated. I was like, that's
also scary too. Like, if I'm an actor, that means I'm only gonna be doing Superman. Ever. A lot of the MCU actors hated that, and they didn't even have to cross over to other mediums.
Yeah,
they just did one thing. Like, what's her name? Scarlett Johansson didn't even have her own movie until like 11 years after, and
so after she died.
Like, now you have to do a video game voice. You have to do the Creature Commando crossover. You have to do this. You have to, like, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah. So I don't know, but the whole I don't see why they would want to promise Gal Gadot, like, oh yeah, we'll make your movie. Like, if it is true, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to believe at this point, you know, because it just doesn't make any sense with a lot of
the only
stuff.
thing is they have to have a female movie coming out, and what they did to Batgirl,
they have Supergirl.
That Supergirl, which if they go off of that comic book, that's gonna be great. You know, I can see that being great.
Should direct that.
That would be great. That would be smart.
That'd be interesting.
Some of the themes in that book is similar to the things that she did with Barbie. So
that'd be cool. But yeah, I mean, right now his whole first slate has a lot of problems when it comes to representation.
Minority.
Yeah, any kind of, whether it be like female representation, any minority representation, you know. So
he's like, I'm gonna do every great white character.
But that's what Kevin Feige did. Phase 1, Phase 2.
You know what though? To Brandon's point earlier, like, we're getting some more obscure characters. And listen, we're getting Mr. Terrific. We're getting Mr. Terrific and Superman Legacy, bro. Like, that is
girl.
Super hype. We're getting Hot Girl, played by a Latina actress, a gorgeous one at that. I mean, like, I agree. Like, we're he's bringing them in slowly but surely, and hopefully we get more of that. You know, hopefully we get more of that. But I like the fact that we're getting these different B and C characters. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even term some of these guys B and C characters. I mean, like, Mr. Terrific deserves a shine, man. He's great. Swamp Thing
does. Mr. Terrific's awesome.
Yeah,
he's an S tier level character that gets C tier writing.
And I really like the actor 100%. that they selected to play him, Edie Gathegi. You know, because he was done dirty in X-Men First Class. But no, he's been acting for a while. He does a lot of good stuff. I've always liked him as an actor. So it'll be nice to see him in more of a lead role. I hope this is something that really kind of like places him on the map. He's been steadily, like doing stuff for a while. So that'll be good. I like that Guy Gardner, Green Lantern, is going to be in it. They're, kind of planting the seeds for Green Lanterns. That Lantern show sounds absolutely amazing.
Mhm.
You know what? I think I don't know if it was on your guys chats that I mentioned before when this first news came out about the Green Lantern show. What had me super kind of concerned was the official description had the I think it was from Gunn or one of the other guys attached to the show, saying it's going to be an Earth-based grounded show or something along those lines.
Really?
I think he
heard
described
that
it
too.
as being like True Detective with superheroes.
And I couldn't believe it. I mean, this should be a cosmic space
Yeah, I thought it was
odyssey.
True Detective in
Like,
space.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still just even repeating those. I don't know how they could ever describe
Green
a
Lantern or
Green
space.
Lantern show as Earth-based ground. I mean, no, you have to get fantastical. You got to get cosmic. You got to get. I mean, you would think that's right up Gunn's wheelhouse. You know what I mean? Like
Guardians of the Galaxy, right?
do Guardians, right? You know what I mean? Give us a
Slow wall.
cosmic opera, man. You know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm very skeptical on that. On the Green
I saw
Lantern.
somebody say the same thing. Like it's the same. I think everyone agrees. Like it needs to be an outer space thing, and it needs to be like a True Detective. And then somebody's like, have it be kind of serious and like kind of like them finding out all these like murders and stuff. And at the end, it winds up being like fucking Lobo, and he just like comes in and it's like,
Yeah.
and it's
Or
like
even
here's
Sinestro.
Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
You know, or Sinestro
I
would be
have
awesome.
I have one caveat
evil.
to what you're saying, Sergio. The only caveat I have to the description is that he inherited the show. He didn't create it. This was supposed to come out 2 years ago on HBO Max, and they delayed it. And now he's inheriting it, and he's trying to repurpose it. Like Zavlos told him, like, we put too much money into the script, you can't just cancel it. So I could see like him like, oh shit, well, I'm gonna have to figure out how to turn this shit into gold.
Yeah, but if it was just a script, I mean, Kevin Smith talked about the Superman script he wrote, and then like right before they start filming, they're like, oh yeah, no, you're done. We got somebody. We got who do they get? I forgot who they got to write whatever other
Superman
story.
Returns.
I think so. I could be wrong. So, yeah, but yeah, it was, so if it's just a script, like it could be ready to go, and they're like, yeah, we're done. We're gonna go with this person.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you're not wrong though. I can see like, hey, we've been promising these fans for years, and you need to deliver. But
I just always thought that the slate that they released was just a mistake. Like they had other things. Like Static Shock is one of the best comic book runs right now. Period. Like it's selling a lot of issues. So why would that not be part of your 10? Especially if you're doing all these other ones that are not just are B and C level comic books, but the story's not known and they have no minority presence in it, and they're not even top of mind right now. Like these are things that came out 15, 20 years ago. So top of mind, why would you take advantage of the Spider-Man thing that's going out, that Sony's doing and that Marvel's doing? Why wouldn't you just take that and run with it? Why wouldn't you really push Blue Beetle? I don't understand that. It's something I don't necessarily understand, but I feel like he missed the boat with some of those things. Not necessarily that these are bad characters that you're using. I just thought the slate was missed. You should have thought about I'm going to hit a variety of people. I'm going to try to get as many people back into it, and I'm going to bring the DCU together. I'm going to be all encompassing, and everyone's going to have a character they need, and I'm bringing it together, and we're going to be a family again, and I'm going to go from there. I thought that was the point. Instead of, I'm just going to do what I like to do. No, how about you think about what everyone's going to like to do to make sure that you get everybody
Speaking
back.
of that, like all the stuff for like, so you know how I'm talking, like, I like the slate as a fan of comic books, right? Like, I do want Swamp Thing. I do want the Authority. I actually read the Authority. I also read their two main leaders separate, their boyfriend, and they had a great comic together. I'm forgetting their names right now. Moon Knighter, and I forgot his boyfriend's name. But I'm just thinking about from the casual point of view. Sometimes that's where I go. Like, yes, I could love this, but the casual fans can watch it, hate it, and then it just gets canceled or it doesn't continue or stay freak out. That's what Warner Brothers does, no matter who owns it. And I just don't know if the casual viewer is going to watch Superman Legacy and see Mr. Terrific, Hawk Girl, the dude, what's his Apollo and Midnighter? Thank you. What's the guy that changes? He has like red, white, yellow coloring. They just casted a guy from Barry season 4 in it. What's his name? Oh my god, he's been in a bunch of Metamorpho. That's his name. And the actor they got for Metamorpho, perfect. I love that guy. If you guys watch Barry, he's fantastic. He's gonna kill it. But I don't know if they're going. It's a Superman movie, and I don't know if they're gonna have time to really make sense with how these characters, like who are these people. So I wonder if casual fans are gonna be like, "What is going on? Who is these? Where they come from? Did they have a movie before this? Did they have a show? Like, where's Henry? It's already where's Henry Cavill?
Yeah,
it's gonna be a problem. And then if you go like, oh, Gal Gadot's still here, but we also have this older Batman, and then here's the Authority. They're like the boys. I just feel like it's gonna be like a lot of comparisons to other stuff, and it should have just started from scratch. Start with the 7, and then start giving the obscure characters. You could put them in a little bit here and there in the movies, maybe in their regular outings, like show Mr. Terrific having a meeting with Bruce Wayne. Oh crap! And then doing that, like you can even do like a board meeting with like Bruce Wayne and all the scientists and smart people who are billionaires, and then start moving them around. But just to have them all established superheroes and have Superman coming in as a 25-year-old, I feel like.
So hold on, what you're saying, you mean was what Zack Snyder was doing when he was setting up? He was setting up the Atom. He was setting up all of these great characters, man. Like, listen, bro, you know,
he already had a director to direct that movie, and they were like,
yeah.
Oh, it comes back to the Snyder.
We had it. It does. We had it. It was at the tip of our fingertips, you know. Comic glory, man.
He helped the first Wonder Woman be great, and then when Patty Jenkins got too much power and kicked him off of it, we got 84.
Zach, I just said the same thing on the last episode on the House of Nerd. I said, you know, it's well documented. Zach was more involved in the original Wonder Woman, you know. He was very little involved in 84, and that's what we got. You know what I mean?
With the fight scenes and stuff, you can see it. That looks like Zack Snyder fight scenes.
You know,
yeah, that is true.
Yeah, but let me say, I could talk about him forever, but just like, just James Gunn is a great creative. I just don't know if him and Peter Safran, they were too scared just to fire his wife and his best friends, and now it's causing a lot of confusion.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
I'm just gonna sit here and eat my shells because I've been saying that to Tank for like 6 months. So,
oh what? You said Gunn should shut up. I was like,
Gunn shut up and run up and be a president. And not worry about everyone else and stuff. Not worry about your friends.
This is not even about James Gunn saying anything. It's about like other people saying stuff now.
It's still about it's about him not just starting over. He says he's gonna start over and then does the exact opposite. So if he didn't say anything, he could do whatever the hell he wanted to do. But now he's already said it. So now he has to actually live by it because you're president of the entire thing.
Yeah. See, but like that's why like this all Gal Gadot thing is still rumors. There's nothing official yet, you know. So it's just like, yeah.
But I feel like the actor coming out saying I had a meeting with them, it went positively. We're gonna work together to make Wonder Woman 3. Like if it was just like Variety said from sources, Wonder Woman 3 is coming. I'm like
they have her quoted saying that. So it's like
video.
Yeah. So I was like, damn, you know, it's like what is going on? You know, I mean that could have been before they decided to do an actual reboot too. You know, so it's like when did they tell her that? You know,
they recorded these press videos like 2 weeks before the strike.
Oh yeah.
So this is like in June.
Yeah. So it's like, why?
So it's not from like last year. Yeah,
no,
June.
Like why in June? Because she's promoting the movie that comes out tomorrow.
Yeah.
So it could have been from last year. It had to be recent.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's
I feel bad for Henry Cavill. I feel bad for Ben Affleck, and I feel bad for Gal Gadot, especially if
I feel bad for us. It's us.
He's after these millionaires. It's us.
Yeah, we're the ones suffering, guys.
People who actually enjoyed and wanted and stuff like that. Yeah.
No, CG's has to come with the right tone this time around. What is the right tone, though?
Yeah, you know, I mean, that's
I
the
don't
thing.
even know if Marvel has it anymore.
Well, look at their animated
that's true.
series. All I'm gonna say is DC just should look at the animated series and understand, do that,
There you go,
copy
there you go.
that.
But which
There
one?
you go.
Because people will grow up on different ones. Some people love Batman Brave and the Bold. Some people love Teen Titans Go. Some people love the Harley Quinn's style.
Start with Mask of the Phantasm and go from there.
Or Batman.
Yeah, start there
Like,
and go from
why
there.
are we getting a
You know-
40-year-old Batman with his kids? Let me stop complaining.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I mean,
Man,
Off topic, guys. I need to go to bed.
Oh yeah. You think,
Yeah.
man?
yeah, I think we're gonna be closing up soon anyway. So
Yeah,
I know.
I'm sorry. I get up pretty early, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
no worries, man.
You man.
All right. I'm gonna
All
talk to
right,
you guys
buddy.
later.
Later,
Cheers.
Brandon.
Thank you, Sergio. Great having you. Zach,
good hanging out
always
with
a
you.
pleasure, buddy.
Yeah, of course. You're the best.
All right. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, man.
Later.
Later.
Cheers.
Have a good night, everybody.
Yeah.
Why is
Love
Henry
you,
Cavill
Wolf.
trending?
He's always trending, man. Whenever they talk about like anything James Gunn, Henry Cavill's right there. Yeah,
I mean,
they're
on
actually
this-
talking about Witcher. That's why
Witcher.
it's
The
trending.
Witcher.
Yeah.
Another thing.
The-
he got
Because those last three
Producer-
episodes were fire.
The producer came out and said that they didn't like Henry Cavill because he was too excited to play Geralt. And I was like,
Yeah.
what?
he was too good at
He was
knowing what
too
the
good.
character.
He wanted to know the character and wanted us to follow. We didn't
I
like
don't
that.
even want to watch season 3 now.
See, we did our review on it. We did part 1 and then we did part 2. And part 1 was really slow and it was all set up, but those last 3 episodes were great.
But
They
it
were
made
great.
the first half better. It
Yeah.
really did.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It
It's,
made
it's,
sense.
it's super annoying with what the producer said. They're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, it's too smart for you stupid
Oh,
Americans."
my
I was like, why, man? Like, it makes me
What is
not
up
want
with
to
these
talk
people?
about.
Like the Secret Invasion guy? Like, shut up.
Yeah, it's too smart for you.
Shut
That's what he
up.
said.
You
He goes,
haven't
"We have
made
to dummy
anything."
it down.
Like,
Yeah.
If Quentin
Um,
Tarantino says that to me, even though I'm not like I think I'm not a big fan of him, I'm like, you Quentin Tarantino. Like, you can say that. Martin
Mhm.
Scorsese, you can say that. But Ashish,
Yeah.
whatever his name is, who just did a terrible job with Secret Invasion, you can't talk, bro.
Mhm.
Like, you haven't made anything of substance yet.
Yeah, that's
Are we supposed to
It's-
cater
it's
to the
annoying.
fans? Yeah.
yeah, yeah. The people who are gonna like take the content and enjoy it and are it's so stupid.
You need money, right? That's the way you get money.
That's true.
If you have
Yes.
ideas you want to mix in with the source material, that's one thing. But just to like not do it at all is nonsense.
hmm hmm
Okay, yeah, we don't have the Fantastic Four yet, so the Super Skrull can't take from the Fantastic Four. It's a great idea to take from established characters already. That's a fine change, but just to make the Super Skrull boring,
Yeah.
and just make I don't know, man. Let me not get into Secret Invasion. Let's keep talking about Gal Gadot. That's a whole.
I'll get into that. I'll be like, because I didn't think it was horrible. I just think they just did a terrible job with the journey. Like, they should have put some superheroes in it because that's the whole idea of Secret Invasion. The 2008 storyline is one of the best storylines you could have. So
Yeah.
the fact that you didn't even follow it at all, and if you're gonna make it about
Should've
Nick
been a
Fury,
phase.
then stop making him be
Yeah.
a bitch. Like,
It should have
why
been. It should
make
have been a
him be
phase. To be
stupid?
honest, with you.
Yeah.
A whole man, that would have been great. Like
The
a whole
whole
like,
lead up.
4 or 5 movie build up to Secret Invasion.
Yep.
That would
Like
have been
we
great.
should have been getting Kang and Secret Wars. Do Skrulls, and then do Avengers movie where they handle it, and then
That's
go to
exactly
Marvel.
it. The whole Secret Invasion thing should have been a whole phase
Yeah.
on its own, and
Whole
you're
arc.
just building in each film just an Easter egg, a sprinkle, a little
is a
plot
Skrull.
line
This
here,
is
a
a Skrull.
character there, a hint of, could this be a Skrull or who? You know what I mean? Shit like
Yep.
that, and much like this should have been like you know, an event, man.
been
And
epic.
this show just kind of came and went, and nobody cares, and that's so sad, dude.
Yeah.
Being a comic fan first and foremost, a fan of these characters, a fan of these, like, this is what your Secret Invasion was really like.
Yeah.
Come on, man! Like, how do you guys drop the ball on something? This could have been so epic for you guys, and really rejuvenated. You want to keep that hype going after Endgame, you know?
Mhm.
Then this is the next phase. You start with the Secret Invasion, man. You know, how are you gonna do it in a 6 episode? Like, come on, this
Like,
no
30 to 40
No.
minutes.
Brutal.
Nightmare.
Yeah.
brutal, man.
What a waste of
Yeah.
$200 million.
You know, I mean, don't get me wrong. Secret Wars and Secret Invasion both should happen. I just thought the Secret Invasion should have happened first, and you flesh it all the way out, and then Secret Wars, and then Battle World Earth. What they're doing is going to make sense. Don't get me wrong. What they're going to do is going to make me really cool. Have that Battle World Earth, have everything, you know, redone. Tie it's going to be very, very cool. Doesn't mean you get rid of Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
So to piggyback off of you there, like a lot of people who are complaining about these phases are very, very impatient. Because before each phase we get Avengers movie at the end, so there was like a finality to it, something big. Phase 4 we didn't get an Avengers movie. Phase 5 we're not getting an Avengers movie. So I get people are like, what is going on? And it's just like, well, we know what's going on. Loki talked about Kang. Ant-Man talked about Kang. We're setting up new heroes because we just lost a bunch.
Yep.
So it's a reset point. But everybody's just like, well, this is not what I liked. I'm like, well, we gotta move forward. Like Robert Downey Jr. doesn't want to be Iron Man anymore. Chris Evans want to stop being Cap. Like,
for a long time.
He was excited to give the shield away to Anthony Mackie. Hey, so it's like, just let them cook for a little bit, and then when we see the Eternal, what is that God that said he's coming back, and then Kang is there, and then Galactus is, and then all this stuff is happening. Like, oh my god, it all ties in together. It's like, like just give them time to cook. We're getting 2 Avengers movies back to back. That's going to tie into each other.
It's going to be huge. I mean,
it's going to be massive.
The idea of Battle World is such a huge idea, and it can't be done quickly. It has to be really developed through years. And if you don't do it the right way, we're gonna be sitting there like, what the fuck?
Like, at the same time, you shouldn't have done Secret Invasion. At the same time, it's like you shouldn't have done this show. Like, maybe do it after, if you really want to do the multiverse, because the multiverse is hot right now. Do it after this.
I say this should have been its own thing. You could have changed the ending a little bit so you didn't have to deal with like super Skrulls like that. But you still could have dealt with Skrulls, and this should have been called like Nick Fury. This should have just been a Nick Fury show.
Called Fury.
Fury, and it's done. You know, like, and then not have that ending be the ending, and have it lead into something else, and he still goes back into space, all the same shit.
Or even like
I would have been okay with
it. Coming in, so it's not the full invasion.
That's why, like, we get the start. We're like, oh, they're hanging out in Russia, and they're over here where people are not going to visit. And then, like, all 5 episodes would have been fine if it was just a Fury show, and then do a complete different ending. And then,
because episode 6 was booty.
Oh, it was horrible. It was horrible.
The one thing that they could have did, because Sam Jack is not ready to be a solo. Like, he can't do any action. He's not there.
Look, he's only 71. I mean, ain't that easy.
Could have brought homeboy from Falcon and Winter Soldier. That's going to be Patriot. Like, no,
Patriot.
The young one, and have him do the action stuff.
That would have been cool.
I would
bring
like
the
that.
Agents Shield in and just have the younger actors help him out and do the action stuff. So he's kind of pulling the strings, and he doesn't have to.
He should have been setting up the Young Avengers.
Yeah,
that's what he should be doing. Setting up Young Avengers, like, hey, I got the old men all and they did their thing, but let me get newer guys, you know. And it would have worked in too, because he was you know, that conversation he had with Rhodey about, like, you know, black men helping each other, and that whole conversation was great. Throwing in Patriot into something like that, that would have been like would have made that conversation even more. Even with
Isaiah
Brody
Bradley
being
with really going back and understanding the
I'm about to
connection
give
through
you
all of them.
$10 because that was amazing.
that would have been great. It's like, hey, you know, but then like, yeah, you could have tied in Isaiah Bradley, Patriot, and then you would have started that, you know, because we already know all these young people. So now bring in Patriot. You already saw him in another show. Bring him in and start teasing, not only teasing Secret Invasion as a phase, but teasing Young Avengers as a movie and a thing, you know. They dropped the ball so hard on this thing, man. Like, and I said, what, episode 4? I'm like, this doesn't need to be called Secret Invasion. Like, they ruined that. Yeah, a whole phase.
It's such a big disservice to the source material.
Yeah.
You know, like, man.
When I'm thinking of all the shows, this is my work. This is the bottom of
it. Is it started off great? I loved it, and then boom.
I love relationships. I love the talking and the building relationships. I love the Priscilla relationship with Fury. I understand the man and wife and the things that she said and all that stuff. But it was building to something, right? And what you did in that episode 6 was just completely fuck it over. And you should have kept the Super Skrull totally out of it. Or you should have had him blow up and realize that he's unable to control it the right way. And now you can revisit it later and keep
with
this
somebody else.
Theory. Exactly. With the real Super Skrull. That's what should have happened. But, you know.
Like, you could have revealed, like, oh, the Queen Skrull is the one that sent them there to start this shit around. And then now it failed. It's like she's a Thanos.
Exactly.
Like,
so now you're having that coming in. That's a future thing that's going to be there. And maybe in 2 phases, we'll see the end of it. But this is just the beginning. This is just a teaser.
You know, I got a simple solution for the MCU problems right now. Hire comic book writers, guys. Hire comic book writers. It's really that simple, and they would tell you right off the bat. Listen, what you're doing here with this plan? No, it's not. This is not it. This is not it, man. You know, like, you know, I did hear one thing. I don't know who the quote was attributed to, but they were saying Marvel's kind of like, okay, they're gonna take things a step back and focus on quality over quantity, which I think is the right move.
Bob Iger said that, the CEO of Disney, so like Feige's boss.
There you go. I mean, and you know, because I feel like they spread themselves too thin. You know, I mean, if you guys are gonna expand that, because there's a whole universe, right, to pull from, but you got to make sure at the end of the day it's still quality, man. You know, you can't just put out, you know, 7, you know, X amount of shows and how many films a year, and expect the people to just continue to come in masses if the quality is not there.
And dilute the brand.
You know,
dilute the brand.
Now they're straight up being called out on their mid, you know, and they're starting to realize, shit, we can't just, you know, run on fumes anymore. Like, they gotta bring back the quality, and hopefully,
you know what really hurt it is the fact that there's so much quality comic book shows.
Yeah.
So that from other companies, and even from inside the company, the Netflix shows are better than a lot of these shows we've gotten from them. So it's like
is a problem, Zach, right now.
Yeah. Oh, 1000%.
Daredevil season 1 was better, was above anything they put out on Disney Plus. To me, you know, I mean,
I love WandaVision. I think that's like peak for me in terms of like obviously the last episode is a little drop in quality for the rest of the season, but I think it's up there with any season of any other comic book show. But other than that,
Loki for me.
Loki's for me.
Yeah, Loki's great too. But
besides those two, everything else is kind of I can argue 3 and 4 and stuff like that. But 1 and 2,
I don't know if you guys know this, guys. His channel name is Through Cinema. I think that's how you say it. He's really, really great. I shared this video that he made on my community post because it was so good. He talked about like why these shows aren't working, even the ones we like. It's because they're not shows. They're movies that are chopping up into 6 episodes. And the way he broke it down, it's so good the way he broke it down. But it was just like, it is. Even like something like Miss Marvel, which should have just been like Never Have I Ever, but with Kamala Khan, that was a movie that they chopped up in 6 episodes. And even though I liked it, I could still recognize that They should have just dropped this as a movie.
Yeah,
A
it should have.
2-hour, 20-minute movie. It cuts all the fluff, introduces new character. Don't spend too much money on it. People will come and watch it because it's new Marvel content. And Bob Chapek almost ruined the MCU by mandating Kevin Feige to make a show every 6 months.
Yeah, and that's what he's saying.
Yeah, a perfect timing.
Yeah. Chapek had said that, and I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool because he just like he goes more, just give him more, just more, put it all out there, everything, and that was the bad decision. It's like people want quality, they want good storytelling that they like, and they just don't want to see a character on screen. Like no, they want it done right. Like even I would say WandaVision could have been a good movie. Loki probably been a good movie.
WandaVision would have been an amazing movie. I think WandaVision
would have been a great movie. Like
that would have been a crazy movie.
Yeah, I think like all those would have been really, really good movies. Even
Falcon and Winter Soldier, I sat down, I watched it separately. I was like, oh, this is okay. But when I sat down and watched 6 episodes straight with my mom, she was like, oh, this is really fun. I was like, this is actually pretty good when you sit down and just binge it. But week to week.
I love Falcon and Winter Soldier.
That would have been a great movie, though. That would have been a really great movie. Have the training montage at the end and do the big thing, but instead it's all split up by you. Weekly. I mean, it's like, damn.
It's almost lost. I feel like the problem with it was it lost what it was supposed to be. The idea is, will America accept a black man as Captain America? You forgot what you're supposed to be doing, and they got bits and pieces of it. But it's like when it got too rough, too real, they went back to the flag snatchers or whatever what the hell they were. That's what they went to instead of just saying, "No, this is what it's about. This is what we're focusing on. We're gonna focus on Isaiah Bradley. We're gonna focus on the Patriot. We're gonna focus on all this stuff." But it's like, oh, it's getting too real. So let's throw something who's not a real villain in there for nothing. For shits and for giggles, and that is to take your mind off of what the real focus is. And I always felt like that was the biggest problem. If it should have went real hard, said no, this is exactly what it is. This is what it is to be a minority in America. Will they accept you or not? And tell people about themselves immediately. And
they should have not chickened out and made what's his name? Who's the guy that tried to make Captain America?
Oh, Agent.
They should have just made him a racist. Like they shouldn't have chickened out and tried to make him like, oh, he's likable. No, just make him a straight up racist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. They should have made the Flag Smashers the side bad villain that easy win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then because they brought up an interesting question: was Thanos right? Cool, but then they relied on their whole thing. But you could have introduced that. And it made U.S. Agent the actual bad guy. Instead, they flipped it. They made U.S. Agent kind of like not the bad guy, and and the whole thing was like, yeah, here's a fake replacement that we're making him, but he's a white guy, and then here's the replacement that the actual Captain America is passed down to, which is a black guy, and it's like now, like what you said, Brian, is like, can he be who Steve Rogers knew he could be?
It's a cool comic book run. It really is. It's a great thought. It's a great story, and it really dives into the actual fiber of what America is. And I thought that should have been something else.
Yeah, I mean, I did like U.S. Agent, but I just think they could have done more with him.
He should have been a villain. He should have been a straight villain.
Yeah. Some about it is he's got one of those faces. I want.
That is true.
100%.
Storylines out of that show because of COVID.
Yeah.
They had a COVID storyline in it. Like there was like a disease going around. That's why the Flag Smashers were going so hard, and it made their characters make more sense because it was like a ticking. There was like a time limit to what was going on. It's like, oh, we got to do this because this thing is spreading. But when you take that away, it kind of makes them like they're just floating around.
There's there.
Yeah. Brian, you're saying kind of about U.S. Agent should have been a straight up villain. I think right now what's happening a lot in comic book movies in general, like there's no straight up villains and good guys no more. They're trying so hard to just make these layered characters, which is cool. You want layered characters, but what's lost is like sometimes you just need a straight up bad guy.
Yeah.
Give us a straight up good guy versus bad guy, good old fashioned, type of battle for good and evil versus now every bad guy, you know, especially with the Marvel movies, I'm noticing, oh, they have to have their reasons and their
Mm.
and
Well,
like,
Guardians
they want
3
to
did
make
it.
them. I don't know what it is, you know, relatable or what, but like, I don't know, just give me a good old fashioned a shitty. You're bad, bro.
Yeah.
You're you know, like, I want the good guys to defeat you type of stuff, you know.
Yep.
I don't know. My
No, I
opinion.
agree. That's why Kingpin. I think that Daredevil's going to be good because Kingpin is going to be a badass.
Mm.
He's like, I don't give a fuck about you anyway. I'm going to kill everybody.
I evolutionary. It's
Yeah,
pure
that's
evil.
what Zach was
Pure
going.
evil layers
That's
to them.
why Guardians was great. You know, he was a bad guy doing really bad shit and just getting more bad, you know, as the movie went along.
He might be the most evil villain we've gotten so far in the MCU.
Yeah, just didn't care about people and stuff. So yeah, that is it is. Like, I feel like once they found out like people loved Killmonger and
Thanos,
how he was and Thanos, you know, there's like, oh, let's just copy that a million times, you know, and
Vulture too.
Vulture.
He's underrated.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man, like he kind of had his reasons with what Tony Stark did to him and stuff like that. He was a little bit sympathetic, even though what he was doing was bad.
Yeah.
Like what happened to the I just want to see the world burn and I don't got no, I'm just a crazy mother, you know, like just, I mean, sometimes
the greatest
that's good,
villains
you know?
of all time. That's what they are. The greatest villains just don't care. I'm just gonna be a sociopath just because.
Yeah, I'm gonna do bad stuff because I'm a bad guy. Yep. No, I mean, it's like Red Skull. Like Red Skull, I thought was a great bad guy, and then we never saw him again, and then he was a ghost, and he wasn't a bad guy anymore. So like,
wait, very big missed opportunity.
Yeah, a big, huge missed opportunity. Like he should after Steve is dead, I feel like somehow they should bring him back, and he's like
him versus Sam. Oh my god, he will lose his mind.
That'd be great. But that'd be good. That's what I'm talking about, man.
He's gonna lose his shit.
That'd be so sick. That'd be so sick.
I mean, technically, I guess he could, right? Because now he doesn't need to guard the gem anymore. So maybe he does find a way to come back.
Put it back, remember?
Yeah, I don't know how that works, though. You know, they put it back, but is it a different one or is it the same one? Is it I don't know, man. You get all that crazy shit. You know?
I want to see that now. Like, I gotta see that.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get somebody that's inspired by Red Skull. Red Skull Jr. I'm pretty sure he's out there in the comics.
Yeah.
Everybody has somebody that succeeded him.
He just has a big red forehead. Is it?
Literally Red Skull. Yeah, like a-hole that's gotten like hurt in the like the Avengers did something, he got hurt and his face got marred or something.
I think they're going to use
like
Red Hulk. Red Hulk is going to be that thing. That's what I think it's going to. And that his president.
Sometimes see for yourself gets it. He gets it, man. You know?
That's
amazing.
That's funny. Have Red Skull be Frieza level racist when it comes to Sam.
He just comes out, points at Sam Wilson, you monkey. Like instant heat.
Oh, I love that.
That's the way to get around the N-word. Just you monkey, what are you doing with that shield? Instant heat.
Oh man, yeah. You have people like rioting, like throwing stuff at the screen. Hey, kill him right now. Kill that Nazi son of a bitch.
Like, you know how people are like shaky on Sam? They're like, no, Sam, beat his. Everybody's gonna get behind Sam at that point. Beat his ass.
Even Eminem gonna be jumping in like, man, we gotta beat this dude's ass. Come on, come on, Clarence, let's go do this, man. Let's go.
With Frieza, like if he's Frieza, so then Sam's Goku, everyone like gives him his power. Yeah, take my power. Like that's gonna be Sam.
Winter Soldier's gonna have to jump him. Like
I've heard that before. Yeah, that would be a really interesting, you know, and a continuation of the American Captain American story, you know. So like not only for like it's a continuation of he needs to not only carry the shield, he also has the villain that the previous, you know, Cap had. You know, I think that'd be really cool. You know, but
Purpose Society, so they should definitely bring back another Captain America thing. Like War Machine is going to be dealing with Iron Man, Tony Stark stuff in his movie.
Yeah, you know, yeah, because they might tear down the theater, but everyone would be on Sam's side.
I think
Opening night.
Iron Man 4, Sam's going to give up the shield again.
Not again.
So?
He did it twice already. I was like,
well, I think he's going to give it to Bucky. He said, obviously, they won't accept me no matter what, and he's going to give it to Bucky, and that's just what it is.
Hopefully, Bucky goes to 70 million therapy sessions by then.
Yeah, right.
Either that or, maybe
they can share it.
Original Cap comes back, and that's a way for Sam to bow out. Because Chris Evans ain't making great movies. He wants that money again.
What are you talking about, man? He's gonna do the animated
Knives Out. He was in Knives Out.
Yeah, Knives Out is it's not Marvel money.
Oh,
it's missing a zero, an entire zero.
A couple of them. So real quick, so Cleve said he goes, that's why T'Challa should have been recast. Why does Nick Fury never go to Wakanda? It was just a perfect opportunity. Sure, that's what we're talking about. All that.
Let's not even open that. I'm not even going to open that can of worms because all of a sudden I'll be on top of the chair.
Exactly. We're chill. Every time we say recast, Chill just comes in stream. Hey, what's up? like we put the bat signal, the recast signal in the sky. He's in Canada looking. He's like, I heard.
I'm on my way.
People called me.
Yeah. But T'Challa was supposed to be the next leader. T'Challa was meant to be the next leader, and he was gonna.
To me, it was gonna be Carol and him. It was gonna be a new Tony and Steve. Yeah,
exactly.
No, but see, he was going to be so good. The intergalactic, intergalactic empire of Wakanda, that would have brought the stuff in space along with the stuff on Earth together, and you could have had all type. We could have had Blue Marvel. We could have had all type of things.
But you still got Saber going on too. So like, you're doing more of the space stuff that still could be tied in all together.
So I mean, that his line would have been so important in going forward, and I think that the storyline would have been so much better.
It still can happen. It's not going to happen the way you guys want it to happen.
They need to hurry up and do something.
Yeah.
Well, we gotta wait. We got all this multiverse stuff to get through, so that we gotta wait.
I mean, I still say Battle World because even Battle World Earth, even this whole thing with that, it is very Black Panther dependent. Like it's just even that is.
Well, what Battle World they're gonna be doing? Because if it's the first one, it's not Black Panther dependent.
I'll probably read that newer one. But
yeah, because I think they want to do Black Suit Spider-Man, so they might do the first one,
which is cool. I do like Black Suit Spider-Man. It's a way to get around this whole problem.
Yeah,
not having any more great established characters right now. That's a really good way to get away.
Take him in, yeah. And then the same thing. I enjoyed every episode. And then episode 6, Tank talking about Secret Invasion. Nick Fury made the situation for the Skrulls worse, and then he dipped again. Yeah.
He didn't solve anything.
Yeah. He messed things up before.
He messed up things,
and now
he killed more people. Then they're left with no leader, and he was like, "All right, I'm out.
I got my wife."
Yeah, he's like, "I'm going to space. I don't want you to die. Come up with me." Yeah.
C4 brought that up to me when we were talking about the show, and I was like, "Wow, yeah, like he didn't do anything. Like his right hand man dies, didn't even really mourn after her. His other cool Skrull friend dies. He barely reacted to it. Like he didn't do anything. He couldn't protect anybody.
He made the situation worse.
He made everything worse. That Nick Fury was the real villain. It's gonna be like 2 years later. He's gonna find out Nick Fury was the real villain all the entire.
That's happened before.
I know.
That's happened in the comics. He's been painted as a villain,
and it works. That will work?
Yeah.
You know?
If
Evil Sam Jack is crazy.
He goes, so he said, I don't think they need to hire comic book writers. They went 10 years without comic book writers, and it was very successful.
No, I feel like they still have to respect the source material. I think that's what Sergio's point is. If you don't respect the material, understand the character and why the character was successful in its own right, then you'll never get that. Like you'll never get to that point until you understand what it is.
Yeah,
you can do both though. You can have a movie writer or a TV writer write the show, but have a comic book writer oversee it to let them know, like, you got to do these things for the comic book guys. They're the ones that are going to get the word of mouth out for your show. These casuals are not just going to come watch the show just because it's Marvel. they're gonna come in because all the like I follow like box office stuff and like the Nielsen chart. All the MCU shows do shit compared to regular TV shows.
Yeah.
But all the ones that do good, the first couple episodes don't do well, and you notice it's the third, fourth episode because us watch those first 3, then like WandaVision's great, go watch it. The casuals jump on, and then they do better past that. Same thing would happen with Loki, Falcon and Winter Soldier, and other stuff like that. But if you don't please us and all we're doing is shitting on it, the casuals are like, oh, I'm not gonna watch that.
Yeah, even the people that are supposed to like it hate it. So I'm definitely gonna watch it.
Yeah, like I'm go watch Succession or some shit. Like,
Hey, but to this point, you know, I'm excited that Gunn's got some comic book writers in his war room, and kind of helping to lay down the plan for this new DCU. I mean, let's see what he cooks up, man. You know, I mean, I think
they put up the comics at the end. That's so good.
Oh yeah, you know, and listen, and on the topic, like, yo, DC's like anything that Gunn is plugging, like, yo, the books are flying off the shelves when they're talking about, oh, they're selling out this. So at the end of the day, it's good for the comic book industry, for the writers, man. You know, put some more money in their pocket, hopefully, man. So I mean, it's a win-win.
That's what the MCU was supposed to be about.
Yeah,
selling comics, and then it just became bigger than the comics, and then people were buying it. Yeah, they started doing MCU comics.
Yeah,
brutal.
That's crazy.
I think when they lost their ways, when you started having the comics
reflect the movie,
mirror the movie
happening, like, oh, okay, we got I don't know, whoever character coming out with a movie.
Get rid of the X-Men because we don't own it in the MCU.
Shang-Chi, perfect example. They completely changed Shang-Chi when was it a couple months ago, or about 5 months ago or so.
That's one character that didn't get changed though.
Yeah. But I mean, they completely went off of the movie. Nick Fury in most of the newer comic books is Sam Jackson.
It is. He's no longer the white guy.
Jr.
Sam Jackson.
Because the regular Nick Fury is still out there. I think it's Nick Fury Jr. That's Sam Jackson, and then regular Nick Fury's out there in space trying to protect the Earth from space.
Yeah,
the white one.
Yeah, I have no idea, but wait on Shang-Chi too. Yeah, it never came out. Right?
Wait, did he not like Shang-Chi? Oh god,
I just saw that. Oh man, yeah. Now Kamal's muted. Perfect example.
I'm a huge Kamala fan. Hate it.
Make that a
I just saw a panel from her new book, and she's talking to Spider-Man like she never met him before, and the drawing makes him look like Tom Holland, and I'm like, all this is pissing me off.
Yeah,
this is the worst panel of comic book I've ever seen.
That's why you should be reading indie comics. Check out indie comics, man. You don't get all these kinds of shenanigans going on and craziness, man.
I'm scared that it might start happening in indie comics now that we're gonna get like so many adaptations.
Oh man,
stuff like that. Yeah,
like I love the getting a movie. I'm like, oh god, why?
Yeah. But they already, that whole run is done, so it's like, you know, you can't mess that up. You know, that story's already done. It's told. It's there. You know. So, but yeah, a lot of the comics reflect the show now or the movies, but. It's kind of even video games. Spider-Man, they redid Spider-Man, the first one, to make it look like Tom Holland.
Yeah,
you know, I'm like, why? Like, it's like, I don't know,
and it doesn't fit. It's just weird. I was just like, weird. This man's supposed to be mid-20s now. He look like he's 16. What is happening? Like he look closer to Miles' age, like their peers.
I was gonna say Miles looks a little bit older than Peter now. So,
he does look older than Peter
in the video game.
The new one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that new screenshots. Yeah, he does look like he's older than he's 18 and Peter's like 16.
Yeah, because they went with Tom Holland. And I don't even get it. It was like it's in a completely different universe. Like we already proved that Spider-Man's can look different. So I don't get what we're doing.
And the game sold well with the old model.
It did. Yeah, people loved it. People were pissed when they changed it. They're like, "Why? No!" Like I was mad. I was like, "I don't want to play this no more."
Yeah, you were mad.
By the remaster.
Everyone bought Spider-Man 2. Everyone bought it. It's probably selling out already. It is what it is. So,
I got mine on pre-order. I don't know if they made it look a little
hated
less
it
Tom
too.
Holland-y.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
no, it looks more like the new guy that they base it off more now.
Yeah, it's more like in between. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I just don't know. It's weird. All right, but we for sure gotta end because it is almost 2:00 for you guys.
Yeah, this guy said we're gonna do it for an hour. 3
Tank,
hours
yeah,
later.
Tank told me that, yo, 60 minutes, 20 minutes tops, bro.
Famous last words, man. I'm like, it's gonna not be bad, right? Hour and a half.
Once Brian got on,
Once I came on, you knew it was over. You're getting a full show now.
Listen, we got a makeup time for the time he missed.
I'm gonna go to work tomorrow. I'm like, hey guys, welcome to Park Sports Physical Therapy. Can I take your order? I'm like, wait, this is not a good burger.
Yeah. You start doing your outro for your videos, intro, and stuff like that. Just
make sure you like and subscribe. Vote on my Throwback Thursdays. I'm like, bro, my ankle's broken. I'm not here for this. Watch my review of Reservoir Dogs.
Nice. I can't wait for that, man. And then see for yourself. Said thanks for keeping me company while editing, man. Thanks to you for being in chat, dude.
Yeah, man.
That was
awesome.
fun.
Yeah, usually we have like more segments, and this was just gonna be kind of a super chill one. Monday is really gonna be super chill because we're gonna do like the giveaways, and that's gonna be fun. And hopefully, if you guys want to come back in, we're gonna try to get other chill and hopefully other people and just kind of like chill and hang out. So I can get Hanzo and stuff like that. Yeah. So in and out, and it's gonna be like a little online party, quote unquote.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Congrats again on hitting 1,000, guys. You guys deserve it, man.
Yeah.
It's dropping. I just want to co-sign Zach's earlier comment. You guys creating a dope space, man. Love what you guys are doing since, I came across your channel, man. Always try to tune in when I can. Hope you guys continue to blow up, man. 100%.
Yeah, I appreciate it. That's why we haven't collabed with a lot of people lately, and we've been busy. But that's one thing, we definitely want to do some more collabs, like offline or online, live or not live.
Yeah,
it's the funnest thing to do. I love to go on other people's channels and just have fun and just talk about stuff. Yeah, that's like the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if Tank told you, Brian. I extended an invitation to you guys, and
so I saw the message and I called Tank.
Oh, okay.
He saw me before I did. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Live reviewing at work.
Such a free.
Do you guys see The Last Voyage Demeter? No, I'm still gonna tell you about it. So it's about Dracula.
You start doing the good, the bad, and your ratings for like the injuries
recorded.
and
I'm just like, hey.
Yeah. But hopefully, me and Brian talked about it. Hopefully, Brian can show, and then I'm still debating or waiting to hear back from my in-laws. But hopefully, I want to go on there because there are some comics I want to talk about.
Sergio, you cool people.
Hey, 100%. We're gonna bug up, Zach. We're gonna do some 100%.
Yeah.
Nice. See, man, this is what I'm talking about, man. Try to bring people together, like Cult Lords. They came in. Now I know they follow Zach and stuff like that. So, it's all about
He's so funny.
Becoming a community.
Oh
Your
skits. You did you see the Indiana Jones one?
That one.
JR. Oh my God, JR.
Dane is the one that goes crazy with it. They did a John Wick one where it was like they got the phone call, and then Dane did the stupid like Keanu Reeves run.
So good. I'm like, wow. Y'all deserve 1 million views just for the effort of the skit.
Yeah.
In the costumes.
Yeah.
What are these costumes?
Yeah.
And thumbnail game is elite as hell. I'm like, wait, they are in the thumbnail. I thought those characters from the movie.
Yeah. I think in one of their reviews, they like killed me, quote unquote.
Yeah.
And they tried to blame
and they framed me.
Like it was one of the other spoiler kings.
So, I wonder which one.
I think it was like one of their like mystery movie ones.
That's amazing.
So it was kind of funny. Yeah, they're super great, man. So, but yeah, that's what I like. Is like, finding all these people online and hanging out and stuff like that. That's why I saw See For Yourself. He popped up in my circle and stuff like that. I started seeing more of him. And then especially after I saw you guys, you were on his channel. I was like, oh yeah, okay. Like if Zach is cool with him like that, then for sure.
That's I'm not messing with nobody. He's not cool.
No, that's how we test the waters. We send Zach out there, test the waters.
watch the stream. If he's kind of bored, you know. So it looked like he was having a good time. So
we say, wait, Zach looks like he's tired. Nah, we ain't doing this one.
Oh no! That stream I did, y'all keep referencing. I'm like, people keep bringing that up to me. I'm like, I feel so bad because I wasn't trying to look that way.
it is what it is, man.
Oh man,
that's funny. Yeah, totally agree, Brian. Yeah, but cool. I'll be going to a little Beyonce concert. Nice. Focus on something not movie related.
So I mean, you got money, huh, man? This you have no problem just.
them Taylor Swift and Beyonce concerts are crazy.
Jeez, man, I'm waiting for a freaking stadium to crash from all the audience, like either Beyonce or Taylor Swift. Who's doing it first?
Didn't the Taylor Swift one cause like a almost an earthquake?
It was an earthquake. It was louder. It was louder
in
than an earthquake. Yeah.
They had somebody recorded it, and you see like the beams start separating from each other because like the frame of the building is like, I'm like, Jesus, man.
Wow.
Yeah, Taylor Swift is crazy.
But I started seeing the recordings. She puts on a freaking show. So like, I get it. Like she has this thing where she jumps into the stage and swims and pops out the other side. I'm like, what? This is Ringo. What is that? The circus? This is a circus.
Yeah.
Like, Ringo Brothers
lighting hoops on fire.
Arnold and Bailey.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
So like that's why the ticket's so expensive.
Exactly. All right. Let's for sure get out of here. So right here. So Zach at work. Hey guys. So in Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs. Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys shout out your channels one more time. I know Zach. We'll start with you. I know you're doing your Tarantino double feature review, which I'm super excited about. And let us know what else you're doing on your channel.
Yeah. So yeah, Last Voyage of Demeter. Gonna get a review out for that. I'm going to be reviewing Reservoir Dogs and Inglourious Bastards. I have a review for Gran Turismo come out. I saw that a couple weeks. I've been holding on to it. Nice. I saw Strays early. I'm going to do a review of that. That should be out soon. I'm going to be ranking all the Spider-Man movies, the Daniel Craig James Bond movies, and the Mission Impossible movies.
Oh, that's
spread that out. And I'm going to. I was cleaning my room and I found all my ticket stubs that I've saved. So I'm going to do a video on that and kind of like my experience in cinema and going alone, going with friends, and the memories that I brought. So it's kind of like a movie that made us, but myself, you know. So
nice.
That's what I have planned.
That's cool.
That's cool. And then all your live shows, you're live every Tuesday. So
yeah,
Tuesday shows
I have
awesome.
Movies That Made Us with Imran Plus, another guy I want to connect you guys with.
Mm-hmm.
And then the week after that, we're going to be watching Super Mario Brothers. Watch along.
Nice. So for sure, go check out Zach Attack Reviews. He's doing super fun stuff over there. And then we got Sergio from House of Nerd Show. What are you guys doing over there?
Yes, sir. Every Sunday morning, live at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. You know, we get into comic books, but we also touch on like the film side of things, TV. You know, we just try to have some fun, keep it loosey goosey, interact with the community. And every once in a while, we have some dope comic book creators. We had Chips and John recently. Go check out the video in the channel. And I think hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to drop a video for the 700 giveaway. Got some cool stuff to
really
give
cool stuff.
The community. Yeah, man. And just trying to build and then have fun with this dope community, this YouTube community, man. I'm honestly, man, I wanna like do more stuff like this. And just meet like more YouTube creators and stuff like Zach. You know, I've been following your channel for a minute, man. I dig what you're doing, but hopefully we'll buck up and we'll collab. We'll do something, man. And tune in. Hopefully we got Brian and hopefully Tank on this Sunday, man. You know.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's definitely happening.
And honestly, thanks so much for having me on. It was a blast, man.
Thanks for coming on. I know it was a little last second. I think I asked, for both of you guys, I asked you earlier today, I think, maybe even last night. Appreciate you guys coming on and hanging out with us. And
it looked so much fun. That's why I was like, man, F this. I'm gonna finish this up real quick. You gotta come down there and get on. Because it was too much fun. I was like, you can't be having fun without me. No.
It's true. It's fun. It was fun. And shout out to your chats, your community, man. It was
fun.
Yeah, awesome.
Man. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we have a
something-
great chat. There's a few people that are usually here that are not here. Shit happens, I know. But everyone in chat, thank all you guys. See for yourself was in a lot today, so appreciate you. Preston as always, Horror Geek as always. Brandon Davis, of course. Cleves, appreciate you. I saw Derpy was in here, a few other people were in here. So appreciate our chat, man. Our chat is really what's awesome. And then quick reminder for everyone still watching, either replay or in chat. Monday the 14th, we're doing our giveaways, I should say. So 2 of them are going to be live. You have to be live in chat to win 2 of those prizes, and then 1 prize is going to be to one of the people who leave us a comment on our giveaway video. So make sure you go over on the giveaway video, leave a comment there. So you can be entered to win, and you can win a bunch of goodies. The video has a lot of goodies where I'm like, damn, are you sure you want to give this away, Brian?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
keep
going away.
It's
Gotta
going.
do it. You know why? Because
Yeah.
I have to replace it with all this new stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So make sure you go check out that and all that good stuff. But we appreciate everybody. We appreciate all you guys. But that is it for us. One last final word. Was it time to do the Bully McGuire dance? There you go.
I can't even do it.
Yep. Oh man. But appreciate everyone. Thank you. We will see you on Monday for another just fun show where we're just gonna have a little party. So appreciate you guys. We will see you guys in the next one. Later. And make sure you should go subscribe.
hey, you
Later.
better.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We out here.